That is working. I'm glad you guys are here to try and help keep me on track, because I would still be looking at fucking Frankfurt, honestly. Adam Jensen's apartment. No, this is literally an Overwatch map behind me. Hang on, can I turn that right there? It's a spawn point. Literally a spawn point. Right, I need to figure out which one is which now. Can you tell? Which one is which? As you can tell, I've come prepared today. I'm very prepared. Just showed him that? Wait, what? What did you show me? I don't remember you showing me anything. Oh, were you the one that found it, Fox? I forget. Yeah, we went on a hunt to try and get like a nice background. I've got a couple other ones somewhere. I don't think I have them like installed here. I think. Wait, maybe. No, I think I have multiple, but on the other PC. That's probably what's going on. Right, let me see if I can get these things working. Back in Bloodhunt, did my eyes deceive me? They do not. They do not. I was feeling Bloodhunt today. Right, why is this chat not updating with that chat? Hello? YouTube, spam some stuff real quick. I need to just test to make sure it's working, because otherwise I won't be able to see you. And that's, you know, obviously not ideal. How's my left arm more muscular than my right arm? What the hell? You say that. Imbalances are normal. Because I actually did a little bit of forearm training yesterday. Don't ask, I'm not trying to get ultra buff forearms. It's just it happened to be what I was doing. My left forearm was noticeably... It was struggling noticeably more than my right forearm doing the same exercise. It's probably during... Or it's probably due to 30-something years of masturbation. I'm right-handed, you see. That's probably why. Spam, spam, spam a lot. Okay, I've got that. It seems to be working now. I guess it hadn't updated. Oh, if ever I don't reply to your message on YouTube, just like send it again, maybe? I don't know. Right, I forget how this freaking game works. I haven't played this in... Was it been like 2 months? You only use your left arm for writing. That's probably why. That's probably why. Like, literally, imbalances like that are normal. Don't try and force it back to like 50-50 equal. There's no point. There's no point, because like if you get it back to 50-50, but then you continue to write and do a lot of stuff with your left hand, if you're left-handed, then you'll just bring more imbalance back. Just train them the same, you know? Well, this is off to a good start, isn't it? Internal error. That's not ideal. Oh, I can't even exit. Oh, Alt F4. My favorite Bloodhunt archetypes. Vandal, Saboteur, Scholar. Not necessarily in that order. But those three. Maybe a scar on your right arm making it look smaller? No, I don't think it's a scar. Like, if you were just weaker, you were just weaker, right? That's how that works. Well, attempt number 2. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, I'll check out the Bloodhunt mod chat. Maybe there's some information in there. I should go into that a little bit more frequently, probably. Oh, I should post a link to the stream in the Bloodhunt chat thing. There's a self-promotion channel, isn't there? I think I only ever use that a couple times for like the update videos. Just to try and help give them a bit of an initial boost. Because, you know, like, updates are... People want the stuff quickly. They want the information really fast. Oh, it seems to be working this time. Oh, I guess I just got errored out. Press any button. Oh, God. Chat, I'm gonna be rusty as fuck. Do not judge me on today's gameplay, please. Right. Skip, 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 skip. Skip. Alright. FPS are already glitchy. Let me just double check graphic settings. All off. These are probably not ideal settings. But hey, I can't remember what my ideal settings were. I'd have to watch back my own video. But I went super in depth for that video, which on the one hand, it teaches you how to make the best settings for yourself. So what you can turn on and off. But at the same time, then like I drone on for like forever. I'll probably be fine, right? Do we warm up with something? How do we warm up? There's no warm up. Fuck it. Start with duos. See what happens. Pretty much learn to play this game watching your videos. There's no judgment from me, at least. Dude, you're probably going to be in a better state than I am. Like, quite honestly. The last time I played this was like 2 months ago, and I think the time before that was like a year before. So in like a year and a half, I've played this game twice. It's been a while. I feel slower. Is that me? I've been playing other games. Oh, wow, the bass. I need to turn it down a little bit for these IEMs. This is one thing that I love about Bloodhunt, and I haven't seen done to quite as high quality extent elsewhere, is the sound quality in this. Not just like the physical quality of the sound, but like the directional audio in this is peak. Actually peak. I have not seen other games do it quite this well. Like in this, you can literally hear some footsteps and you know exactly where they are. You don't have to like hunt them down. Like you turn around and it's like, oh yeah, bottom left, down there, 3 stories below. I think there's one noise in this that was like slightly confusing. I think it was like the climbing animation or something. But I'll remember that as we get back to it. What are the odds we win? Oh, we got a teammate. Where are we going, teammate? Chat, help. Where are the good spots? Shopping Arcade was my favorite one. This one. This is my favorite spawn. Somebody dodged my comp game because Sombra was banned. But Sombra is banned in like 85% of all games. What do we do in the other games? Huh? Sombra is literally like the most banned character ever. And like the devs are like, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. We can let her be banned. Which honestly, I personally feel is a bit of a waste of a ban. Because they're just worse characters that you could be banning. But hey, apparently people just are annoyed by her that much. Right, I need to remember what the freaking buttons do. Oh wow, it feels laggy, but I haven't played this in a while, so it might be shaders and shit, I'm guessing. This is also the first time me playing this game with IEMs. I got these pretty recently. We don't have keys and shit for that, of course not. Oh, SMG, hell yes. Yeah, like I can hear the shooting, which is like over there. But like very easily. The stutters are mad though. I think that's server quality though, to be fair. Oh, we broke in. I forget you get like achievements or like achievements, mini in-game achievements for like everything. Game's like, well done, you participated. To be fair though, like for someone who maybe doesn't get a bunch of kills, that's probably like kind of nice. No, I think I'm fine on armor. I have 1. I can loot people. I don't need to loot boxes. Do we play with the teammate? That's the entity camp. That's miles off. Okay. Well, I think this guy wants to go shoot. Oh, hello. Okay, I stole the kill. That was definitely stolen. That was definitely stolen. Whoa. Are there bots in duos? There must be, right? Oh, yeah, no, there were, because the bots play... Fuck. The bots play as solo players. I hear them. They're, like, not far away. What do you mean you got downed? Downed by what? Oh, God. Oh... Chat, I think I've got my earphones in back to front. I think I have these in back to front. Hang on. Hang on. Like, I was turning left and the thing was coming from the right. Yeah. Yeah, I got them in back to front. Fucking hell. After me saying how good the audio was, I was like super confused. I was like, wait, where are these things coming from? What? The problem is, with these IEMs, as nice as they are, this is how they plug in, right? You have this tiny little thing, and that is the IEM. That's what sits in your ear. But on here, you probably can't even see. There's like a tiny little thing. You see that? That says R. That's it. My old man eyes can't see that anymore. Dude, I was getting so fucking confused. I was like, where are these shots coming from? Hang on. I literally started running the opposite way. I even pinged it. I pinged the opposite way for my teammate. So I was like, no, it's this way. It's definitely this way. Like, I can hear it. Right over there. Right, well, we got one elimination. We got 1 KD. That's positive. Hey Finn, how you doing? Oh, I can't believe I just like died like that. Right, I've got big fat sausages for dinner tonight. This is good news. I am a big fan of big fat sausages. The ones I like the most. Hang on, let me bring up a picture. Saucisse de Toulouse. Big fat mean sausages, these. Okay, but these are just pictures of sausages. I need a banana for scale. I need to give you guys like an aspect of just how big and chunky these bad boys are. This is kind of like, this is not an amazing picture, but it does kind of show the size. Like, imagine just having that in your plate. Right? Hey, Sleepy, how you doing? Is the game alive? Kind of. I mean, we're getting servers. I've only just got on, so like in a couple matches, we can have a look at the tracker and like judge to see how many actual human players are in these matches. But yeah, I just had my headphones backwards, so we may have died pretty quickly. Through no fault of my own. I literally thought the sound was coming from behind me. That's on me. It's just to show you how important freaking game sound design is as well. If you have your headset on backwards, doesn't work. Recently found your channel, enjoyed your Bloodhunt videos. Thank you. I had a lot of fun making them. Thing is, because the devs kind of dropped the game at some point, like the game, it's not in a very healthy state, I'd say. It's playable, definitely playable, 100%. There are players playing it, there are servers up. But I think one of the things they did, and this is speculation on my part, I don't actually know 100%, but from what I can gather, one of the changes they did before they stopped development was they switched over to worse, cheaper servers, which has allowed them to keep the game up for as long, because like they're literally just taking any purchases with the in-game coins and stuff and like throwing that straight into, you know, keeping the servers running, which for people who are still playing it is awesome, right? I'd much rather they do something like that and be able to play the game rather than just like completely shutting it down and everyone being screwed. I remember a Hyperscape. I was so sad when a Hyperscape closed down, dude. What guns do we have? We don't have a chest up here anymore. Guys, do you remember good old days where you could just go somewhere and get a chest? And you were just like guaranteed to get a weapon? It was awesome. Very often in Prague, don't know how important it is to hear it when they're here. Yeah, no, audio is super important. Super important. This makes way more sense. Hang on, that last match. You know when I said, oh, the entity is shooting? It wasn't the entity that was shooting in that particular spot. It was somewhere else. Oh, you've got him. Oh, who are you? Who are you, sir? This is an actual duo. You just, like, kind of wasted one of those shots, huh? $40! Ah, he's one shot. Oh, I should have let my teammate do that, actually. Because he doesn't have much health. Where did his friend go, though? That's what I wanted to figure out. Is that him? It was him. Oh, I missed that shot. Are you kidding me? He ran straight into another one of my bombs, though. Did this guy get down by entity? He did. He ran off and got down by entities. Oh, you got a burst rifle? Hell yes. Bro, do not die to the entity. You good? Oh my good lord. Ah, he's round the back. Of course he is. I forget what my heal buttons are. I think alt is syringe. There we go. Oh, he revived himself. Awesome. Right, we'll have some melee weapons. What is in the chest for us? Oh, yes. I want this. Don't you dare take it. Mine. Yoink. Bloodhunt is enjoyable and it's fun mechanics. You wish the game was more advertised at the launch. It wasn't about advertising. It wasn't about advertising, unfortunately. Small lack of advertising stuff could have played a part, but the problem was the game was in a horrible state. And the fact that the game was in a horrible state, had you spent more money on advertising, which is what everyone was saying at the beginning, right? Spend more money, do more things. The problem is, like, you're just going to advertise a buggy, faulty game to more people. You want to get the game up in a good state first and then advertise. But a lot of people didn't understand that. And unfortunately, and this was kind of like bad luck for the devs, I think what happened is they probably got a little bit of pressure from investors to try and launch the game as soon as possible. And they had some bugs in the beginning. And I think what happened, and again, speculation, not fact, but I think that they were trying to get the game bug-free for launch. Didn't happen. They're probably like, oh, we're so close. We'll just like get it fixed like shortly after. That way we can keep investors pleased. But then that bug turned into like a multiple... They called it a Hydra bug at the time. Because it was like 17 different things all linked together. And fixing one made another thing worse and blah, blah, blah. And it took them months to get it fixed properly. And that is one of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, why Bloodhunt failed. Because you can't have a shooter game where, like, half of the time you press shoot, but, like, the bullets you have in your gun aren't actually in your gun. They are just, like, fake bullets. I wonder if this one's a bot, chat. Leave him. Leave him. He's mine! There we go. Yoink. Because of Dev's new game Exoborn is in open beta, all the Bloodhunt players are afraid this game will face the final death. Okay, so like, death of the game is going to be like solely based on whether people are still playing / buying. Because they're like, it's just how business works, right? They have this one business stream, Bloodhunt, and they have costs and things that are associated with that. Oh, let's get some more sanguine. But if the income from that revenue stream is covering the costs, then like you're fine. It doesn't matter. It's completely separate from Exoborn. Sure, same devs, but like the revenue streams are completely different. What I would potentially be worried about is if Exoborn comes out and is popular with people who are already playing Bloodhunt, the consistent players, potentially even the people buying coins and stuff, if it is popular with those people, you could end up seeing less people play. You could end up seeing less income. And if they start having little to no income to be able to maintain the servers online, at that point, yes, it could mean Bloodhunt's death. But I don't think the popularity or anything of Exoborn is going to make a difference. Quite honestly, I really don't think you've got much player crossover between this game and Exoborn. They're two very different games. Like, I fell in love with this game, as many of you guys did as well. But Exoborn, not quite my thing. Not quite my style. It's different, right? It's an extraction shooter. And like a slow-paced one at that, in my opinion. Now, I'm not overly into extraction shooters. But if I was, Exoborn could be a good shout. It doesn't look like a bad game at all. Just not really my cup of tea. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? I think you have. And trying to explain it to me again is probably you going insane. Right. Oh, we've got a dude over there. Let's go. Let's go say hello. Ah. Yeah, see, like, the cheaper servers really do not help when you try and get into, like, the more complex movement. Like the wall bounces and bits and pieces. Because what ends up happening... Oh, there's people close. Yeah, I got a cool weapon. I might be fucked here. Actually. Didn't mean to jump all the way down. I need my teammate to, like, live here. Ah, I might be fucked! I tried saving him. My bad. My bad. GG's. Bloodhunt in 2025. Yeah, Phaser, that has been the main comment from everyone. How you doing, dude? Right now it's in torpor, but it hasn't been a patch update since late 2023. But hundreds still play it daily. Yeah, hundreds playing it daily. That is not like a good number. That is not a good thing. The problem being, it's not so much that hundreds of people is not a large enough amount. It's that hundreds of people is within a 24-hour period. So, I mean, let's say you play for 2 hours, okay? That's like split into 12. So let's do some simple math, right? Let's do some quick math. You have, or let's even be accurate with this. Let's bring up Bloodhunt Steam charts. We are currently looking at average 293. Okay, even let's go for peak. Let's take best case scenario, 557 peak. Okay, so we take 557. That is over a 24-hour period. Or that's the peak, but let's say it was the average, okay? The best case scenario, average thing. Let's divide it by 12, because let's say people play for 2 hours, right? You get on, you get off. Okay, so you're going to have 46 people on at any given time. However, that is split between Europe, North America, and Asia, I believe. I think it's just the 3. Did they do a South America one? I can't remember. I don't imagine they'd have one nowadays, right? Even if we say 3, okay? We'll take best case scenario. That is 15. That is, at best case scenario, you are looking at about 15 players online. Wait, no. Hang on. If it's 557, we just divided by 3. Because we took the peak, didn't we? Not the average. The average is over 24 hours, but the peak is the peak. So best case scenario, you have 185 players online. Split across, you know, matchmaking doesn't take too long. Split across what, like 3-4 servers? Let's say 3 different instances, which is not a lot. I imagine it's way higher. That's 61 people who could be potentially queuing at a similar kind of time. Then you've got like 2 or 3 different matchmaking groups. Again, take best case scenario, 30. That is the utmost best case scenario if everyone was evenly split and everyone was playing at the same time and there were only 3 different servers you could be into, which is probably like wildly not the case because you imagine it takes you what, like 2 minutes to get a game? How long does a match last? 10? 12? 15? That's at least like 5, 6, 7 servers all running at once. And suddenly, like, that 30 potential players goes from an average of 3 servers running at once way down to, like, not even a third of that. So 10 people tops. Your best case scenario is likely 10 to 15 people who are currently online searching at the same time as you. So we'll have a look in a moment at, you know, like stats. Oh, of course. Then there's different queues. Then you've got another 3 different queues. So you see what I mean? Like hundreds doesn't mean jack shit. It generally means that there's a handful of people queuing. At peak times, you're probably looking at like 5 people who are queuing at the same time. So hundreds of people a day may sound like a lot, but even taking into account peak, it's really not amazing. It's really not great. You literally need like thousands and thousands. And then like the more people you get, then the more you're able to split them into better skill-based matchmaking groups. Because at the moment, from what I understand, again, speculation, not fact, we have a below average group and we have an above average group. You go into one of those 2 groups. If you are around average, which most people will be, because that's how statistics work, you're going to be bouncing between the 2. So some matches are going to be really hard, some matches are going to be really easy. But yeah, you're basically going to be in one of those 2 groups. But like the more people who are playing, the more you're able to split them up a little bit. So then you could have low skill, average skill, or high skill, right? That would immediately make, you know, the feel of the game way better for many people. But then the more you split them up, again, like the more people you just need in general. So it's kind of just like a numbers game. And then of course, like the more people you have in a match at once, the better service you need, which then means you need better income, which then means you need support behind it, right? So realistically, I mean, like the game's not going to pick up again. It is a case of enjoy it while it lasts. As negative as that might sound, enjoy it as it lasts. Hi Beans, how you doing? If this game had a PV like Payday, it would save it. Yeah, I don't think that's what the devs wanted to do though. I think they wanted to make like a PvP game. Right? I think they wanted to make a PvP game, and I think they did really well with it. I know some people may disagree with that, but for what this game is, like such a mix between stuff, I do feel like they've done well. Well, our teammate is AFK. This is what happens when you get like longer queues. You queue and then you go to the bathroom or something. Doing alright, nice. PlanetSide 2 is surviving with an average of 2,000 players for years on. Yeah, 2,000, again, like, you're running into the lower part of that, right? But, like, 2,000 is doable. Oi. Oh, you're dead, dude. You don't know it yet, but you're dead. Who just hit me with that? That is... Oh, good lord. And it's his duo. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Ah! No! That's his gas, not mine! Pick me up. Pick me up. Please! Do something! Do something with your miserable life! Dude, you've been AFK for 5 minutes. Please help. Bro. Bro. Please. Sir. 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 More than enough to sustain the death? Yeah, and that's the most important bit, right? If you can sustain development, that's the most important. Oh, I'm gonna die again because like nothing is reloaded. Hang on, there's another bot. All the bots turn up. We're still being sniped by a freaking crossbow somewhere. I don't remember what all my heal buttons are either. I'm figuring them out. That's alright, this guy's got my back. Right, hang on, let's go back for one of these. Okay, we've got stuff reloaded. Like, I'm gonna take the sword just because it's a meme. Not because it's actually very good. Because it's not. It's way too slow to be good. Damn. Number one mistake was putting the Masquerade IP in this game. Honestly, I half agree. While you have a point that putting the whole Masquerade IP in this has, one, limited the developers to following certain lore mechanics that they otherwise would not have had to follow, and they would have had a much easier time balancing and doing things. That is correct. It also means that, like, you have to create, like, this moody freaking game rather than something a little bit lighter and colorful, more accessible. That is true. However, I think today, in today's economy, the fact that it is a Masquerade IP, I think that's its saving grace. I don't think you would have this many dedicated players if this was just a, like, movement-focused battle royale. I don't think it would work. Like, people would get bored of the servers, people would get bored of the bugs and shit and just stop. They wouldn't hang around. Whereas, like, this is going to sound super obnoxious and horrible, but, like, it's the truth, and I apologize. Most of the people who are into, like, the whole Masquerade thing, they don't realize there are bugs. They don't realize that shit is going bad and not working, because, like, they're not good enough in video games. And, that, like, that's not a dig at them. It's just like, well, you have different tastes. It's absolutely fine. But for people who are into FPS games, people who are into battle royales and stuff, like, you can tell. Oh, it was a terrible time to reload. That's the dude who I tried getting earlier. I might be dead here. Might be dead. I'm kind of trying to fight as if I'm 2v1. I shouldn't be. I should be playing off my teammate. Ideally. The amount of hate it got by being multiplayer, having the other game cancelled. Yes. That did not help. That is another very good point. But again, nowadays, I think that most of the people who are left playing this are mostly... what do we call it? Masquerade fans. Right, I kind of want a different weapon other than these dual SMGs. They're not quite accurate enough for my liking. I'd very much like a silence SMG. We haven't managed to pick up these kills yet. There they are. Or there's one of them at least. Is he a siren? Not jump down just yet. Oh, what? One hit. 2 hits. God, these hits are so slow. Miss me. Where's my teammate when I need him? I don't know what my teammate is doing. I think my teammate is the actual bot. I'm not gonna lie. Generally one of the most fun battle royale games you've played. It's sad as dying breath, but that's how it is. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This guy. Obviously not a battle royale player. Don't know if any other PvP shooters set in a detailed open world city map, combined with all the quests and loads of unlockable lore, making me wonder if it's an RPG at one point. I think it tried to be both. And that's what Phaser's trying to say. Like, the fact that you're trying to please everyone means you please no one. It is a very difficult balance to do. I think for what the devs tried to do by mixing a role-playing game, slow-paced, story mode kind of Vampire the Masquerade world with a fast-paced vertical battle royale, that in itself is a feat. And the fact that they have a game which is like this fun that can please both sides, I think that in itself is a major fucking success. Run, dude. He's right in front of you. Please. Please. Use a movement ability or something. Okay. GG's. Yeah, no, I think honestly they had a massive success with this game. Like, even though it flopped, the game itself is amazing. sure, it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of polish. It needs a lot of things to be in a good state. And financially, it doesn't make sense for that to happen. But realistically, like, if you guys are here watching me today, it's because you probably enjoyed this game at some point or another, right? So, they succeeded. Do I remember how I killed the big dragon Kaylee? Yes, you asked me this the other day. You asked this, like, literally yesterday. Yes, this is Battle Royale, Beans. Looks like a lot like the cancelled World of Darkness. Oh, I don't know. I had no idea this whole Masquerade World of Darkness thing existed before Bloodhunt. Like, I learned lore from this game. I wasn't one of the people who knew about the RPG side. I had no idea. I got into this because it was a vertical-based battle royale, movement-focused shooter. So yeah, I enjoy it for that aspect, which is why it annoys me so much that I have to face bots. Is why it annoys me so much that, you know, like the climbing and the servers are laggy and that things don't quite work as they should do, right? Because like I feel those things. That's why I got into this game. Yeah, exactly, Phaser. Couldn't care less about the lore. I mean, like, the lore was a nice little add-on touch, but, like, it's just a theme for me. It's just the theme of the game. I don't actually care. It's just unfortunate that because they have the Vampire the Masquerade IP to it, they are limited, or they were limited in what they can do. Like, the whole being blood hunted mechanic. A lot of people said... Like, a lot of Battle Royale people said that that was really bad, that shooting civilians shouldn't be as bad. But, I mean, like, in the Masquerade lore, like, that's, like, the unforgivable, right? Like, taking out a human, a civilian, like, that's, like, the unthinkable. Like, you can't do that. So, like, they have to have something along the lines of some kind of punishment, whether you like it or not. Hey, Sindir. Been a while? Yeah, it's been a while. Do I turn music off on this? Oh, I can't get to the options, can I, while I'm matchmaking? It's whatever. Because we've got two musics running. Menu music and my music. Although, YouTube, can you hear my music? I don't think you can. I think you guys get the VOD track. Only Twitch gets the live one. Nowadays, even AAA games are not fully functional, so I said this did a great job as a game. I don't like using that as an example to excuse other things. This game released in a poor state. It should have never released in that state, in my opinion. Like, even if it had to be delayed 6 months, a year, whatever it took to be able to be finished, because the fact that it launched like that meant that it sucked, and the fact that it sucked meant that it died. But being late, I mean, look at Half-Life, right? Half-Life was meant to release a year before it did. But it just wasn't finished. It wasn't ready. And as the man says himself, late is temporary, suck is forever. And unfortunately, this launched in a sucky state, so everyone remembers that it sucked. Obviously, the people who stuck through it and played it, right? We remember the good times, but there were many bad times. Not hearing the music. Okay, that's good. You're not supposed to. Otherwise, I get copyright claimed, and then it's awful. I don't earn my 20 cents from advertising, right? I say 20 cents. It's like 1 cent sometimes. Hey, when the Overwatch gives me bronze players on my plat rank up game. Yeah, but this is the thing, Fox. They always do. They always do. Drops are enabled? No, unfortunately, I don't actually have drops. If you guys go to the official Bloodhunt Discord, are these the drops? New campaign on Thursday. That was... Oh, we're due probably a new campaign soon. These are the drops I think you can get right now. However, I do not have them active on my channel because I don't stream this game enough. They do it in a way to, you know, support streamers of this game. And because I don't play enough, then we don't get drops. This is the list of people you can go and see. So, yeah. Go check out some of these guys. Just off people who I potentially recognize. Calior, Kit K, Crystal Ship. All very good people to go watch. I don't really recognize a lot of these names, to be fair. Bloodhunt game is in here as well. Go check out Bloodhunt game. Well, maybe play it again. Honestly, I just enjoy coming back to this game every now and then. I went through probably like a whole year period where I was just like burnt out from all the bugs and shitty stuff. Where the fuck are we? Oh my god. But like now that I'm over that, I like coming back every now and then. It's just for shits and giggles, right? It's not for any main reason. It's not like I'm going to be maining the game again. It's just almost nostalgia's sake. Only a handful of games that released on bad state but redeemed like No Man's Sky. Yeah, generally. And this is a very big generalization, but like if you launch in a bad state, that's what people remember. First impressions are very big and very important. There's a key up there. Are you going for the key? You are not. All of this shit has been taken. Oh my god. Well, someone knows we're here. That's probably them. Ah, don't get stuck. Fuck! Where's my teammate? Teammate, help! No! Why did we spawn where we spawned, by the way? Did neither of us pick a spawn point? I was trying to pick a spawn... Oh, level 20, never mind. Now I know. Now I know. If it made a full history video about this game and it launched horribly, yeah. Yeah, but the launch was atrocious, and honestly, I think that's what killed it in the long run. The problem is investors, the way that video games work, because obviously, like, making a video game, something like this, it takes... I think this took, like, what, like 6-7 years? But, I mean, like, the accuracy of the map alone is insane. It is so insane. But, like, you imagine paying, like, potentially hundreds of people for 5 years? Just the wages alone! It's insane, let alone all the technology and everything that comes along with it. I don't know how to, like, ping thank you. I don't know if I have that in this. It's been a while. I could do it with a weapon. Weapon would be nice. I have my pew-pew. I have my starter pistol. And while it does slap, sometimes it does not quite slap hard enough. I think I got someone behind me as well. I need to be careful. Oh. Wait, what? That was such a delayed reaction. Game, please. Uh-oh, they're coming back. That armor's been taken. We are so screwed. We need to get onto like a different loot pile or kill someone and take theirs. Because things are not going well. Hang on. Nice. Oh, it's got auto weapon swap. Can I turn that off, actually? I'll take that. That's going to be a much nicer weapon. Numbers were improving when the game shut down, though. There is that, but, like, by the time the numbers were improving and the game shut down, like, the decision to shut down had already been made. Like, it was too late. You can't react within, like, days for that kind of stuff. You can't react within days. It's not doable. You have to plan ahead. Do I just not have heals? No, I do have some. There's some armor on. Okay, it is the gas neutralizers that I do not have. That's the annoying one. Could have been 2 years for experienced devs. Wow. I mean, there is that to take into account as well. The fact that this was Sharkmo's first game. For first game, like, I'm fucking impressed. Personally. You guys might have higher standards, but I'm impressed. Oh. Oh, nice. He'll die to gas. I'm wondering where either his friend or person chasing him is. That dude was busy with something somewhere. I don't have much ammo, actually. It's like the first time I have to physically look for ammo because our spawn was shit. Our spawn was so bad. We have a key, though. This is what these chests have become. They've become mid-game chests now. Not early game stuff. Hell yes. I might be fucked because there's 2 of them, but... Where is he? Got him! I'll definitely take your katana, dude. How many people are shooting me right now? Hello? How many people are shooting me? Ah! Missed. Aim's not on point yet. Okay, 2 of them over there. Ooh. Oh, I don't have any freaking meds, do I? Hi. Oh, I had 1 bullet left. Wait, I have 0 bullets left. Wait, no. This is somewhat unfair. This is somewhat unfair. Guys, can we talk about this? Can we talk? Oh, my teammates get fucked. Oh, no. No meds. 1v2. I don't even know if I can get out of here. Like alive. I need ammo. That's what I need. Do we have spawn stations? What are you? You're nothing. There are people to shoot though. I just have no ammo. Just give me some bullets. Yeah. I know. I have no bullets to defend myself. I might not be able to get there though. That's what I'm worried about. And armor. Lovely. Closest game to Gunzi you've seen? Dude, like when you see some of the maps and stuff in Gunzi, I swear to God, that must have been like an insane inspiration for whoever did some of the level designs. Like insanely so, right? Don't know who decided of the core mechanics, but it's either a lot of luck or they know what's skilled and pleasant to play with. At least they knew. Yeah, I know what you mean. Bloodhunt's director Craig Hubbard was the director of Fear games. Oh, Fear was such an amazing game series. I loved Fear. Some of them less than others. Oh my God, hang on. I'm gonna miss my shots. I need to at least get to some cover, right? You don't see me. What an idea to just like stand out in the open like that. Well, let's take out this guy. Oh, hello. Third party coming in to save? No? Coming to save someone. Oh my God, hang on. How many people are here? How many people are here? Yeah, no, I had no syringes. Wait, how many people are here? Oh my God, what? Dude. There's like 3 teams on top of us. At this point, you're going to have to do it to yourself. Honestly, dude, like, this is the thing. This is something that's popped up in chat before. It's like, how much would it take for either community or devs or someone somewhere to get all the rights to Bloodhunt to be able to continue development and continue the game going? Realistically, it's not going to happen. Like, it's owned by Shockmob, who is owned by Tencent. So you'd have to strike a deal with the rights to use this from Tencent, which is going to cost millions, right? And then from that point, you're then going to have to reinvest millions into the game to get it back up and going again, on the off chance that what you do to it is then good enough to try and revive it. Realistically, not happening. Hey Sword, how you doing? Welcome to the USA. Did I go back in time? A little bit. The year's 2020 again. But when he has to manage his resources, no, I want to use all of my resources now, okay, and then none later. No, there will be no resource management. Thank you very much. Thank you for streaming Bloodhunt, Motion. It's been a long time. Yeah, no, I enjoy it every now and then. The problem was, like, when they dropped development, I was already in such, like, a burnt-out spot of the game having issues here and there. And it left, like, a long-lasting impression on me that the game wasn't fun. And anytime I tried to come back, that's all I could feel was, like, the bad parts. But I'm past that now, so, like, I just come back every now and then, just for shits and giggles. When you think of good movement, fear was definitely not in my radar. Fear wasn't so much about the movement. Fear was the slowing down time, right? But, like, the games were amazing. The games were very good. It was... I can't remember, though. There was some reason why I didn't enjoy... I think it was Fear 3. I didn't enjoy... I think it was the first two that I enjoyed. The first two and the DLC for the first one were amazing. Peak gaming. Been making a game already. Tempted to make a spiritual sequel to Gunzi, at least. Try and inspire yourself from what you like from Bloodhunt, because I feel like the gameplay from both... I mean, let me see if I can pull something up, right? We'll just pull up a screenshot. Is it this one? Something like this, right? Let's do open image in new tab. Okay, and then let's look up. No, it's not that. Oh, what's that big building called? The big one with the red carpet in. It's gonna be in my content creator kit, isn't it? Not assets. Bloodhunt. Oh god, it's sorted by updates and stuff. Areas. Okay, chat. This is Gunzi. Gunzed, however you want to say it. Square building, but you get the idea, right? Statue in the middle, red carpet going up, stairs up either side, balcony across. Okay? Big doors. You get the idea, right? Now this is something from Bloodhunt. I forget the name of this place. But you've got the stairs, you've got the red carpet, you've got the big statue, there's big doors here going outside, you've got the balcony that goes round. This room... Rodolphinum, yes, that's the one. That's the one. Like, maybe we can go there, but, like, these two places, like, for me, there's no way that at least this... the inspiration from this level didn't also come from a similar place to the first one. Because I think that this... is just, like, taken from Prague. So this is just, like, real-life building, right? It's just, like, how it matches up so well with this, which is from, what, like, the 90s? Does that even mean buying an IP address? No, the IP is the intellectual property. So it would be, like, the fact that you'd be calling things archetypes, the fact that you'd have... Saboteur, the name Saboteur, like what Saboteur stands for, like the abilities and everything, that is intellectual property. Like, someone owns the copyright to that. To be able to use that in your own game, for example, you'd have to also have either the rights to or have permission to be able to use that. Which is why stuff like when you get Pikachu mods in whatever, right? You get a Pokemon mod in a game where you can turn your character or a character into a Pokemon. That kind of shit gets copyright taken down because Pikachu is intellectual property. Using Pikachu in another game is illegal without consent from the IP owners, which would be Nintendo. Nintendo are bad guys. They don't like giving permission out to anyone, so... Bit odd that your streams are going to be at 6, 7 a.m. for me instead of starting at 3, 4 p.m. Oh, yes, there is that. You're going to have to get up early now, Sword. Damn. I hear Super People is coming back and having a closed beta. Did that game flop? I remember when Bloodhunt was flopping, a ton of people went over to Super People, didn't they? Which is basically PUBG, but with abilities. Like, Or did they even have abilities? I can't remember. I think so. I think it was just PUBG with abilities. I didn't see the appeal to it myself. Like, at that point, just play PUBG, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that flopped, like, very shortly after launch. Burnout is real. You stopped all games. The only game now is Candy Crush or Pokemon Unite on mobile. Damn, that's big burnout. Yeah, no, so when I stopped playing Bloodhunt, I tried moving into Overwatch. One, because it was what I was enjoying at the time. But two, I had some success with some Overwatch YouTube content, so some shorts and stuff that kind of popped off. I was kind of like a little bit too naive to Overwatch and like content creation in general to really realize why they were popping off and really take that ball and roll with it. But I had kind of seen big numbers and I kind of thought, oh, well, that's like my way out, right? And what I should have done is kept on doing more Bloodhunt every now and then and more Bloodhunt videos and not just drop it. But, you know, hindsight's a bitch, right? You paid 300 euros for a founder's package for Gun Z2. Oh. Oh, so next time you go and see a therapist, Phaser, and he asked who hurt you, I think we can start pointing fingers. Just change your names. Yeah, so obviously, this is where copyright claims can get a little bit interesting. Because take Palworld, for example, a really good example. Palworld is basically Pokemon by a different company, right? It's basically the same thing. They have very similar heroes. Not heroes. They have very similar monsters, Pokemon, whatever you call it, pals. They have very similar things. They have a similar like world where you throw balls at things to capture them. They have very similar things going on. And the weird thing with copyright is like it's very precise. So if you only say Pikachu, then it's only Pikachu. If you say Pikachu is, you know, a yellow ball rat type thing and like you really describe him down to a T, then that is what's protected. However, if someone makes something very similar to Pikachu but makes them blue, for example, and, you know, instead of lightning, maybe it's a wavy water tail or something, suddenly it's a little bit different. And the problem with Palworld, the reason why Palworld's under fire so much is because it was fucking popular. It did a game well, and Nintendo saw that and they were like, oh, no, hang on, I want a piece of that, pretty much. Palworld is what Pokemon fans want to do to their Pokemon. Wait, what, ride them? Slavery, sex with creatures, and go... Wait, what? There's no way there's sex in Palworld. There's no way. Barbarian, Sprinter... Hang on, have you got all of them? Barbarian, Sprinter, Bomberman, Assassin, Flashy, Reminiscer, Dasher, Prisoner, and Academic. I mean, honestly, yeah. You could make a spin-off and have similar abilities. You just have to be careful not to copy it too much. You could. They brought out a romance sim. Wasn't that an April Fool's thing? Lots of slavery. Yeah, that's lots of slavery, but that's like just Pokemon, right? That's just regular Pokemon. How many PAL ads at first draft? Oh, really? I don't know. I've never played the game. I want to. It's on my wish list. It's one of the things I want to do. PUBG with superpowers. It did hard. I don't know how they have enough money to relaunch years later. I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing, though. Like, it comes down to investors. What are investors willing to put behind it? What are the people who are talking to the investors able to convince them of the vision of the product that they're trying to produce and the potential income from that, right? Like, there are many... This is the problem. This is why indie developers are really good, because the indie developer doesn't have to convince higher-ups that something is going to be a good idea, and then the higher-ups say, okay, I'll give you these $5 billion to make Palworld, but only if you add sex. And then being like, well, that's not going to work initially, but we could add in a patch later on. And you're like, all right, okay, we'll settle on that. Right? So, like, there's give and take. There's give and take. Same with Bloodhunt and the whole PS5 thing, the Sony. Like, they had a deal with Sony where they were exclusive to Sony for a while, which hurt them in many aspects, but it also... Oh, Phaser, I need to make you a VIP for that to work. Do we have any VIPs in chat? Could just, like, copy and paste that link? But I can look at it without actually having to look at it. Streaming world is a bit cruel. Like Jungle, first ones or the strongest ones get the meal. There is that, but the problem was like my entire relevance as a streamer and content creator in Bloodhunt was because I was the Bloodhunt guy, right? As soon as you remove the Bloodhunt guy or the Bloodhunt from the Bloodhunt guy, well, there's no guy anymore, right? And people just moved on. Like, I still remember, and this was like more of an extreme example, but the day they announced that they were stopping development, I literally had someone come into my Discord and be like, well, that's us then. See you later. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah, see you later. So that was an awesome feeling, as you may imagine. I was just outing themselves as like, oh yeah, I was only here for the Bloodhunt content, nothing else. There must be more people in this place, right? Apparently not. Okay. EB mod though? Yeah, but the way it works is I think I could probably activate it as mod. Hang on, try it. Try pasting just the link. Just the link. If you paste just the link, it should come up here. But I think I've only got it for VIPs and me. I don't think mods can do it. But anything that ends in PNG or .gif or something, it should just pop up in chat. There you go. Yeah. But again, same thing. So this is what makes it funny. The argument's funny where Pokemon are trying to put out lawsuits and bits and pieces saying, oh yeah, they copied our Pokemon. But then you look at how the Pokemon came along and yeah, it's like they copied it from someone else anyway. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean we copied your thing? You copied it first. So are they mad that someone copied their copy, or are they mad that Palworld is making money and they're not? Do we have a siren? Yeah, we do. Okay. I got worried for a sec. Dude was flashing me. Figuratively, of course. Most developers accept nothing is one-to-one origin. Oh, yeah, it's very difficult to do it. Music is a very good example nowadays. Let's say, like, you create a bunch of songs, right? Completely original. You've never heard any other song ever before. You can create it completely original. Some parts of some songs, no matter what you create, are going to sound like other songs. Just because, like, how long have humans been making music for? Fucking years. So, you know, any part of that, at some point, is going to start sounding similar to something else. So, many things in the music industry are less so about creating new original songs, and it's more about re-releasing and reworking existing songs, because that's both like easier and more time efficient and generally more popular because people already knew the original. So like you piggyback off the existing known stuff from the original while putting your twist on it and your name on it. Oh, I get an assist. Fine. These bots. I can't tell. You can modify. Yeah, so it's the same thing with YouTube, believe it or not. Very few things on YouTube are like totally unique and brand new, right? Most things are copied from someone else in some form. That goes with my videos. It goes with other people's videos. Even some of the things that, not necessarily but some people come up with 100% organically. Like, the idea has been done before. Like, even though they came up with it, like, uniquely, there's always going to be someone on the internet who's like, oh, but, like, it looks like this thing, which is different, but someone else did it first, right? Pokemon should make a WoW game, a WoW-like game, and speedrun the first $1 trillion company instead of suing indie devs. Yeah, but, like, that would require creativity and effort. And Nintendo just seemed to want to be the bad guy. Oh, I'll take that. How do... No, I'm trying to say yes. Oh my god. You're very unique and brand new. Yeah, because no one's ever done game reviews before, Phaser, have they? You're just... What you're trying to do, Phaser, is you're trying to cut out the middleman, right? What most people do is they create content in one game, they get really big in that game, they start playing a couple other games, They start getting big in those games. They get to big enough to the point where no matter what game they play, they become popular in. And then they go out and they just play whatever game that pays them to play. And they get to make videos on it, and they get paid lots and lots of money for playing casual video games, and it's awesome. What you're basically doing is you're skipping the whole first step where you become popular first, and you're just being like, yeah, I review video games now. But like, you don't have anyone to necessarily pay you for it yet? Or maybe you do. I don't know. I'm not about to dig into your finances. I'm not the tax man. Hang on. Someone's way closer. Is that the same one? Hang on, no, I think there's 2 people here. Oh, the reload on this is so slow. How is he not dead? I hit him twice, bro. Oh, thank you. This guy's being a team player. He's let me get in dabs. Copyright system sucks. It made everything about business. And sucked us all out of it because the aggressive nature of it. Yeah, it's all about money at the end of the day. All about money. I don't know if you guys saw. You probably didn't. I did a video about a Nuzlocke in Overwatch. And if you don't know what either of those things are, a Nuzlocke is basically a challenge that originated in Pokemon, where you would play through the game, but every time one of your Pokemon would like get knocked out or die, they were gone. You could no longer use them. Like, in reality, you can, right? The game allows you to. But it's an extra challenge for people who've already done the game. So you go through, and if you lose, you can no longer use that person. So I changed that to my own little rules in Overwatch, where I would play, like, every hero of a certain role until everyone... or until I'd lost a match using that person. And then, like, I'd ban them off the list. And then, like, the aim was to try and get... Who the fuck is that? The aim was to try and get as many wins as physically possible. And obviously, like, the more wins you get, the longer you can continue to use the same character. So I did a short about that. Short video. Did pretty well. Probably like 50, 60,000 views, right? Within like a week... there were other much more popular Overwatch content creators who were already using like the same thing. They'd basically taken the same idea. And whether it was them who purposely went out of their way to try and find, you know, or come across my video and then take it and turn it into their own thing, or whether it was one of their community members who were like, oh, what about trying to do this? Like, to be fair, the whole Nuzlocke idea, it wasn't my idea, it was Winton. Community member. He hadn't seen anything in Overwatch about it. It was just like, oh, here's something in Pokemon that you can do. Why not try something like that? Because we were looking for content ideas at the time. I was like, I bet. We'll try it. And it did really well, and it was a lot of fun. Since then, multiple people have then taken that same idea and done different variations of it. Of course, like the people who are a little bit better, they started doing it in ranked, which obviously wasn't something that I could necessarily do. He's probably buggering off for, yeah, revive. Okay, so we're going to have 2 people coming back from that spot. Let's see if we can help teammate here. Someone was climbing, though. Move! I need to try and get this revive pretty quick, because we're going to have other people coming from up there pretty damn soon. Do I have one of these? I do. Oh, he's been finished off anyway. Alright, let's bail. We'll fill up on stuff. I really do like how the zones work in Bloodhunt, dude. I very much like this. It's a very unique way of doing it. That and the way that... you might be invisible, but I can still see you. Oh, I switched to freaking triple by accident. Okay, I have an LMG. Uh-oh. I may have gone in a little bit too aggressive there. Alright, teammates got me. That boy was flying. Yeah, it was a scholar. Definitely. Has he got this? He's got this. Ah, gas! We've got the zone coming in. Rip. Nice try. Nice try. I pushed him way too aggressively there. I should have waited to find out where his teammate was. I knew he wasn't too far away. Nobody else complains about UI design and bitches about it like me. I require pats on the back. Perhaps. Perhaps. Am I playing Pocket? No, just like randomly playing. 2 times in a row, Sombra not banned. 2 wins for me. Yeah, I don't know why people ban Sombra. Well, no, okay, no, I take that back. I know why people ban Sombra. Sombra is fucking obnoxious and annoying. But there are better people that you can ban. Why'd you get 22% when you win but lose once? You lose 55? That doesn't sound right. 55% lose but 22% up? No, that doesn't sound right. You might get minus 55% if you were like already negative in a rank, but you had ranked emotion protection. So even though you hadn't lost the percent, you still theoretically lost it. The AC review all of a sudden is getting traction again. Double the view count. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, this is the miracles of YouTube and making evergreen content. Something that people can go and watch later on. Like anyone who wants to go and play that game could potentially be interested by that, which is what's good. Whereas like a lot of the shit I was making, and this is again why like I got burnt out a lot by doing this. A lot of the stuff I was making was like the best spawn locations in Bloodhunt, the best archetypes, update videos, tier lists, and like a lot of the stuff I was doing was very short term because any update that Bloodhunt made could then invalidate all of my previous tier lists. Right? They add a new weapon, they change some balance, they add a new character, maybe add some new stuff to the map. That was one of the big ones. I think I made a video or prepared a video about the best spawns, and just it was like a day before I was ready to put it up on YouTube. Bloodhunt released like a whole extra part of the map. I was like, oh, fucking kidding me. And like they added in new POIs in the existing map and they extended it to the side. I was like, this is awesome, but fuck me, I've just spent like a week working on this video for nothing now. Shit like that really burnt me out. It really did. If it took 1 month. Yeah, but so here's the thing. Your videos are way more in depth, right? You're not just like taking a game and going, oh, video game cool. I won matches, therefore video game good. No, you're going in and like picking away at like the literal foundations of what makes up a game. Always want to come back to PUBG or Bloodhunt, if not for my uni. I mean, if you're busy with uni, like that kind of shit makes sense, right? Try and prioritize real life where you can. Real life is better, but video games is good for relaxation. But like this is the other thing as well. Like when okay, hang on. Let me. That's not cute yet. When I was getting into Bloodhunt like properly, like doing shit tons of videos and everything, I was also going through sort of like my midlife crisis where I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with my life. I knew I was 30 or getting close to 30. I was hurting a lot from my day job. For those who don't know, I work in construction. I've been self-employed for like since 2013, 12 years. I've been in the building trade since I was 18, so that's like 14 years, 15 years. How old am I? Yeah, 15 years, 15 and a bit years I've been in the building trade. And that much physical activity over that long of a period starts breaking your body down. It really does. It hurts. There are ways to counteract some of it. Other stuff, like my tendonitis in my elbow, it's a case of I just have to not work that part of the body too much. Otherwise, it hurts for a few days. That's like an update. My body has that update now. If I work too hard, then I just hurt. I knew that I didn't want to be hurting forever. You know, you're 30 years old, not 60. You've still got like a 35 years to go before you retire. So I knew that I wanted to change something, and one of the things that I'd come to the conclusion of was it wasn't so much that I needed to earn more money, because I could earn more money doing my day job than doing any kind of content creation. what I wanted to do was I wanted to enjoy my days. So I would get up in the morning, I maybe like edit some clips, do some bits and pieces, and then I'd hit a live stream, do that during the afternoon, grab a bunch of content, do some fun shit, and then in the evening I'd be editing, scripting maybe a little bit more, and like basically turned myself into a full-time content creator, and I was able to live off what I was earning more or less, but only because of a few reasons. One, I already had money to the side. So like I had a buffer, so it didn't matter if I went like a month without money, I'd have a buffer. I just needed to be able to, on average, make enough money, which worked out not too bad, because a lot of the stuff you get from like YouTube, you might get paid out every month, but then like sometimes those payments, depending on how you've set it up, only hit your bank account every 2 or 3 months. Just because of like how I set it up for tax reasons. But the thing was, I had that buffer, so that took out a little bit of the randomness of the income. So my income was then averaged over multiple months. And then I also had super low overheads. Like my rent I share with my missus, all my bills I share with my missus. She's in full-time work as well, so like she was paying for her side, I was paying for my side. So I basically had half the bills that someone would normally have. And like, because I didn't really have anything I needed to buy, like any money that I got in, like other than paying, it's like 25% taxes on that. Other than that, then like all the money was straight in my pocket. But then that was going straight to pay bills. Like all of my sub money, all my tip money, everything was just going straight to pay bills. So sometimes it was nice when one month I'd get a video, I'd blow up and get like 700 euros off TikTok. Really cool at the time. That kind of monetization on TikTok does not exist anymore. So I kind of forced myself into being a full-time content creator at the time with the mindset of I want to be enjoying my days more. I want to be enjoying what I'm doing in life. And this was something that at the moment was like, I was right into it. I was loving Bloodhunt. I was enjoying creating videos. It was fun, and I was earning some money from it, right? I thought, oh, all I have to do is like go full-time and then like keep pumping stuff out. That, and like I don't have a contract. I'm self-employed. But like, if I need more work, I can just take time away from doing content creation, get a couple days work here and there, and, you know, pad up what I was earning per month. And on the contrary, if this was working really well, I could just say, oh, I'm not available for work right now, and then put stuff off, right? So I had a very unique set of situational circumstances that allowed me to go full-time prematurely. And it was prematurely. It was very much prematurely. I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it when I did, but in hindsight, absolutely, I should have just kept working. Doing the, I mean, like, I've got a bit more of a balance now where I try and work on, where possible, Monday mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday mornings. And then I have the Monday to Friday afternoon just off, so I can stream, play games, do whatever. And then I've been adding in more recently a Sunday morning stream as well. Like, I'm up and on the PC anyway, I'm gaming anyway, so I just thought, why the fuck not? So at the moment, I'm about 3 streams a week, which feels like a reasonable balance. If anything, I'd kind of like to be out on my motorbike a little bit more and finding time for that, because my missus does not like being on the back of it. To be fair, it's not a motorbike that's really designed for riding with 2 people. It just has the possibility of doing that. So I understand where she's coming from. But like, finding time to get out on my bike and enjoy myself, that's a little bit more difficult. So at some point, I may, I don't know, cut back on Sunday morning streams and just go out on my bike on Sunday mornings, you know? Something like that. But I've got more into a balance nowadays where I'm earning the money, I've got time to do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm also spending time with family, missus, bits and pieces, doing stuff for me, right? It's very, very difficult getting a balance like that. But yeah, when I got into content creation, like properly, I shouldn't have gone full-time. It was a big mistake. I mean, like, I've learned a lot from it, right? I've learned a lot from it. It's just I wasn't ready. I didn't have half of the shit set up that I would have needed to be able to do that long term. It was fun, basically. It was a fun experience, but do not recommend for anyone who is not, you know, already pulling potentially hundreds and or thousands of concurrent viewers. But this sort of thing, right? I was starting to pull in brand deals as well. I started getting, I don't know if you guys remember, we did a giveaway for 2 Bloodhunt keyboards. That was a really cool one. Where literally I reached out to the brand, I said, hey guys, like, we're celebrating Bloodhunt's second anniversary, the second launch anniversary. I want to do something special, so when we're going to give away, are you guys interested in providing some keyboards for me? And they were like, yeah, absolutely, cool. Just let us know who the winners are, and we'll send them out. And somehow, and I promise you it wasn't rigged, one of the mods won. One of the mods won. Absolute bastard. He won one of the keyboards. But yeah. But you combine all of that effort and all of that time, and you put that into creating videos that were going to be out of date within a week, if not a month. And like all of the work, all of the time, everything I'd done up till then was just slowly becoming, you know, less and less relevant as time went on. And that shit was what really got me. That is what really got me. Because I started doing content for finals, for Overwatch, for bits and pieces. And it was always the same thing. It was always the same thing where I'd make a video, I'd spend ages on it, I'd release it, it would get outviewed by other larger creators in a similar space who are much more known, who had much better setups, actual full-time creators, some of them who had early access to certain things, some of which, you know, like they were able to release their content days before the actual updates went out. Meanwhile, I'd have to wait for the update to come out, wait until the evening to be able to get the update, then maybe have a quick look at it. But generally, especially for Overwatch, this is horrible because I go and eat basically at the same time they do updates. So like it would be the next day, and even then, oh my god, hang on, I'm disorientated. There we go. It would be the next day, and even then, I'd have to have a look the next day at what the actual update was, then start writing a script, then start figuring shit out. So, like, by the time I could personally get an update out, we were looking at, like, 3-4 days after the update, whereas these other people were getting updates out, like, a day or two before the update came out. So, like, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. And, like, when you're doing content which is... what's the opposite of evergreen? Like, temporary content. You know, like an update video. Everyone wants to know about the update, but then once everyone learns about the update a few days later, no one cares. Like, they've seen it. How many of you have gone back and watched, like, one of my old patch notes videos from Bloodhunt? Probably none of you. Why would you? Why would you do that? It's like, it's gone. It's finished. Different updates have come. Things have changed. You look at the latest one, or you don't look at all. Which is, like, normal. So, like, the whole point of those kind of videos is, like, you get a big boost of views all in one go, and then, like, it tapers out to nothing. That was just, like, how that kind of content works. Which is, like, fine, right? When you combine that with also evergreen content, you then have a mix of big wide net to catch a lot of people, bring new viewers in, and then your evergreen content to keep them busy while you haven't got any more of these big nets, right? And you have to have a combination of both, because otherwise, well, it don't go very well. I think of the evergreen content thing like that was coming from it as always new content, but yeah, your work being nullified sucks just off the bat. Yeah, but like that kind of shit really burnt me out. It really did, especially with like the finals updates, because I was trying to get into making the finals content. Because when I streamed during the beta, I had really good streams. The numbers were huge. Like, I was averaging over like 100 and something concurrent viewers at the time, which is a lot. Oh, we got LMG and Tommy gun. Bro, do we even need this much? Swap it out for hunting rifle. Why not? But yeah, no, it was really big. And then like launch came around and I was trying to make content for it, and I was getting stuck in this whole thing where I felt like no one was seeing the content, which meant that no one knew that I was making the finals content, which meant that no one was tuning into the streams. But then because no one was tuning into the streams, it was making it a lot harder to make more content during the streams. I don't know. It was a weird like negative cycle or negative feedback cycle where like I'd look at one thing and think, oh, that's horrible, and then that's also causing another thing, which is then also causing another thing. And yeah, no, it was horrible. And I kind of fell into like this negative process where I basically just gave up streaming finals at one point because I was like, well, I've gone from literally 150 people watching me like a month ago, watching me do the exact same thing, to like one person shortly afterwards, right? Assist? Bruh. Don't get your kill. Damn. But yeah, I kind of gave up, and it was all a mental game, really. Watch your finals videos helped me a lot in the beginning. Yeah, you see, this is the thing, like, you don't necessarily see that, like, even though maybe a smaller amount of people saw the videos, that it's hard to pull yourself away from the numbers, the pure numbers, and say to yourself, well, maybe I'm just helping a few people, but I'm still helping them, right? Maybe I'm only helping like 4 or 5 people, but like those people, they really wanted the help. I was right click for this, isn't it? This guy doesn't need my help. I'm being carried, chat. Doing anything for our creators? I haven't tried it out, honestly. Extraction shooters aren't overly my style. The problem I have with them is I'm much more of a W key person. This is why, like, I love playing Vandal, right? You, especially in solos, you just get up in someone's face, you slam them, you shoot them, they die, and then you go on to the next person. I enjoy pressing the W key and getting involved. I don't like camping or waiting for things to play out. And in extraction games or more tactical FPS games, like Rainbow Six, you spend a lot of time waiting for things to play out or being very tactical about your movements or what you do, and it's just not my playstyle. So I gave Exaborn a try because obviously Shock Mob, but then I don't know. I've given a few other extraction shooter games a go, and they're just not really my vibe. Delta Force was alright, but again, like, you've got that whole, if you come across players and they're in a group, or you just get screwed and there's like not much you can do. And again, it's the whole, they don't want you to W key, which kind of makes sense. Like, that's not really what that game mode's meant to be for, right? He's one shot. He was not one shot. No! He's right there. Like, my teammate, 0 reaction. Oh, dear. He reacts after I die. Delta Force is so pre-sacky. Yeah, and I hate that. Especially as, like, someone who plays games generally as a solo player. I mean, even this, right? Like, I'm meant to be playing duos, but honestly, like, I'm playing solo with another person in my team. Half of that is just because, like, I don't have mates to play with half of the time. Phaser never replies to my DMs or sends me his squat information, which he was meant to. The problem is as well, because my schedule, both work and life schedule, are just like kind of manic a lot of the time. It's hard for me to like plan like a gaming day. What? No, Phaser, the you remember you saying about stiff hips? I was gonna remind you about that. Don't worry. Down most of the time. Yeah, I need to send you a message. Honestly, this is the thing. Like I need to also send messages out. This isn't like me pointing fingers. Like, I'm pointing fingers at you for shits and giggles because I know you won't take it bad. But yeah, sometimes like I'll sit down. I'll be like, oh, I really want a game. But then, like, because I'm kind of introverted and probably a bit autistic, I'm kind of like, oh, I want people to play with, but I don't want to send people a message and like disturb them to say that I want to play with them. Hey, Anjin, how you doing? So yeah, like, I'm weird. I know I'm weird. Canceling the airstrike. Okay, airstrikes may be hot topic today. Maybe hot topic. Let's maybe not do airstrikes. But yeah, it's like Delta Force is a good example, right? When you get a game that is generally like forced groups, be it duos, trios, quads, whatever, when it's forced groups and I don't have a group to necessarily play with, then... Oh, he is actually going to revive me. What legend. Then, like, I end up playing solo anyway, and then, like, just feels fucking bad because I'm, like, cheesing the game by playing 1 in 2 squads, but then, like, the game's not designed for me to play 1 in 2 squads. But because it's not designed to play 1 in 2 squads, I end up having a bad time, and then I end up blaming the game for that rather than me. If that makes sense. You don't have the Bloodhunt Discord, you can ask people there to play with you. Oh, I am. It's not so much about Bloodhunt. Like, I would probably have no issue finding people to play with on Bloodhunt. I mean, like, just in streams right now on Twitch and YouTube, how many of you guys would like to play Bloodhunt with me? At like some given time, if I said to you guys, hey, anyone want to play? How many of you would be down? Oh, no. Okay, I'm yeeting myself into a 1v2 there, and I have 2 dual shotguns. That is not a good idea. Don't do that. Or at least wait for my cooldowns to come back. Oh, third party. Oh, we bail. We bail. We are out of here. Like, actually out. Because... yeah, that guy needs to bail as well. I need different weapons, to be fair. Is it even funny buying Forza Horizon 5? Don't you have it on Game Pass? I also want a racing game. I want a racing game that I can get my steering wheel set up on, to be fair. I found a weapon! Dude, I'm sorry. There's like 2 teams there and I have jack shit. He's getting finished, is he? Are there any... There's 1 revive station 300 meters away. And I have 0 gas neutralizers and the storm is moving. I know, dude. I know. I'm gonna try. If I can get there, I will. But that shit... I don't think I can. I think that's gonna be shut off. Shut off. No. Zone. I can't get there. Bro. No. I need like 3 gas neutralizers. If not, I cannot do it. Fuck. I got 0 kills this match, by the way. We've spent this entire time chatting rather than, you know, actually playing. Game Pass, but you cancel it. Oh, okay. Fair. You'd like to play Terraria with me? Well, that's good news for you. Right, well, let's see. Let's see if we can make this guy proud. We have 3 enemies. I need to hope. Hang on. I'm pausing the music. Turning the volume up. There's 1. Okay. Oh, no, I missed that second one. Oh, that was close. That was way too close for comfort. I need a few seconds. Wait, is he down here? Can we get out? This is hard. My wall jump didn't work. I don't have any gas neutralizers. We're gonna have to tank some of this. I do have my slam. Oh, what? I thought he was close enough to slam. My bad. My bad. GG's. I died to a PlayStation 5 player. Could do playing with viewer streams? I don't like doing play review streams, and I'll tell you why. It's not so much that I don't think that they're a good idea. It's that I personally, when I do playing with viewer streams, I end up concentrating a little bit more with the viewers I'm playing with, rather than the viewers who are watching the stream. And then on the flip side as well, as a second part to that, I don't think I have enough viewers watching the stream that if I bring a bunch of those viewers into the game, I think that then, you know, decreases the activity in chat. It decreases what I perceive as like a good time. I have like playing games and chatting with you guys in favor of just playing video games with some people who would probably play video games with me anyway if I just said in the Discord, hey guys, who wants to play a video game, right? So it kind of takes all the concentration away from the whole streaming and sharing aspect, and it's just me playing with some people. And at that point, like, what's the point outside? Because like we have a community Discord, right? You guys are all welcome to join. Where is it? Boom, message in chat. We have a motion gaming Discord channel. There's a bunch of stuff in here. We actually got rid of the Bloodhunt channel, seeing as so many people left afterwards. But I mean, like, we have some separate channels for different bits. But we have a general gaming chat for anything that doesn't fit into a specific channel. But get involved. Let me know. If you guys want to play something, let me know. I'm down, like, most of the time. I'm down most of the time. Gamepad players top charts now? Oh, really? How was aim assist left in this? I know that there were times where it was incredibly OP. I know there were times where it was a lot weaker. I don't remember how it was left, though. Do I my Minecraft server mode? Become a Minecraft YouTuber? No, I don't want to do Minecraft. I played Minecraft when I was younger. And, like, I don't really know what else I'd play Minecraft for, right? Got 100,000 subs the last couple of months. Can't believe this shit's worked. Wait, what? Just played against the most toxic guy you've met in comps so far. Of course, you could only play Soldier and Cassidy. I feel like if you could play Soldier and Cassidy, you could probably get away with that. Surely. Surely, right? Hit scan on top. I need to go get myself a different drink. That one's gone all warm and is now empty. I think we had ads coming up, didn't we? Do we have ads coming up? Let me double check. Oh, I've got way too many tabs open. That's not helping either. Blech. Oh, no, it's coming up in like 8 minutes. Oh, fuck it. We'll do this then. Let's try doing a solo game. Because I've been doing duos just for shits and giggles. Where I haven't really been concentrating and hoping that my duo does everything. And that hasn't been working. Definitely the best player came down to a team gap. Nah. I see. Yeah, that's a problem with team games. Like, especially if like you're solo queuing, it's rough, dude. It's rough. Like, you have to rely on your team. And the problem is, in Overwatch at least, you have to try and do your job, let's say as support by healing a bunch. But then you also have to, like, make up for your DPS if your DPS are trash. So you have to play your own role and someone else's role at the same time. But then if you're placing someone else's role and getting too much damage, you're sacrificing heals. But if you're sacrificing heals, then the DPS aren't getting as much heals, so they're not getting as many kills. Then the tank's getting too much pressure, and like it's a whole fucking wipe. It's a weird and wonderful balance, and people just look at numbers and blame you. Always dipped up. Thanks for popping in, dude. I was playing Ram into Orisa, Reaper, Soldier, Moira, Ana. Ram into Orisa isn't terrible. That's not terrible. I do get bullied a little bit. Reaper, sure, but I expect Reaper to be like flanking a little bit. Same with Soldier. And then Ana would be like the biggest thing there against Ram. Like when I play Ana, like I love bullying Ramatras. It's a lot of fun. You're practicing in Discord, you can't change your server name. Yeah, I think I've got that tied to Perms. Where is it? Oh my god, I can't type. Perms. Do we have that? Change server nickname. Level 30. Yeah, I have that there. We have a bunch of stuff which is limited. Like, you guys are going to be fairly limited until you get to level 5. You get XP just by typing stuff, right? Don't spend any money or anything. But like gifts, posting links, and a bunch of stuff is all limited to level 5. It's just like a safety measure for me. Just because, you know, I'm pretty much the only person who moderates the server. So if someone or something was to happen to the server and, you know, people with malicious intent turn up, then that's something which is like there to try and help slow them down, basically. Ah, huge music. Do we have a dance emote? I have a mooning emote. Wait. It says cancel, but am I even queuing? I think the thing was bugged. I had 40 kills while everyone else was like 20, 30. Yeah, but kills don't mean that much, Fox. Kills don't mean that much. Oh, there we go. There we have ads. It said like 8 minutes. Whatever. You wish you got onto Overwatch sooner. You have FOMO about the skins now. Oh, honestly, don't care about skins. I'm going to put it this way. The day that you realize that the skins in Overwatch are 99% of the game's content and you don't care about skins anymore, then you start looking at Overwatch in a completely different aspect, in the way where you start being much more critical of all of the other sides of Overwatch. The balancing, the performance, the game modes, the matchmaking, everything else. You start experiencing it a little bit different. I personally, I think that getting into skins is a bad thing. Sure, if you have like one that you enjoy, sure, go for it, buy it. Like, it's a free-to-play game, right? Support the developers. But at the end of the day, don't go out buying every fucking skin. Because at the end of the day, it's just an NFT. It's just an NFT. You're just buying for digital pixels. Only this comes with the potential consequence of, should the game shut down one day, obviously I don't think it will, should the game shut down one day, well, your digital pixels are gone forever. Same with Bloodhunt. If Bloodhunt shuts down one day, your digital pixels are gone. Nothing you can do about it. I did the same with Hyperscape. I enjoyed Hyperscape. I loved it. I spent a small amount of money. I think I just got like OG Battle Pass, worked up, maybe got a skin or something. But those are gone forever. Can't ever get those back. When I screwed you up, permanent brain damage into feeling pressure into buying pixel. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need them. I'm all for getting a skin for your character. Maybe spending like 20, 30 quid on something. If it's a game that you play regularly. Go for it. Absolutely. Do it. But see the battle passes and the store rotations and the special events for what they are. Ads. Ads that are trying to do one thing, and that's take your money. That's literally it. That is literally it. Like, I spent some money in Bloodhunt, for example. So, like, I have a bunch of coins and bits and pieces. But then, like, at the same time, I was making content and I was earning money from the Bloodhunt content. So, and it was a game that I enjoyed and I wanted to support devs, right? So, like, it was a good thing for me to do. But on the flip side of that, now that the game's kind of like in this, you know, not shutdown state, but almost. Like, there's so much stuff that's free in the game now. There's so much stuff that's free. To the point where, like, I'm sitting on, like, 14, 15,000 in-game coins. And I've got jack shit to do with them. Because, like, all the stuff I wanted, I've already bought. Why don't just re-release the early battle passes? Kind of salty. Why are you salty? Why would you be salty about that? How could you possibly be salty about that? Do you know what battle passes are? Do you know what they're there to achieve? Battle passes are a value proposition by the developers to say, hey, you give me like 5, 10, 15, 20 euros, whatever it is, and I'm going to give you like 20 skins. For like the effectively price of one, right? I'm going to give you 20 skins for the price of one, but on the condition that you actually play the game. Right? If you play the game, you will get all of these 20 skins. If you don't play the game, then, well, you'll probably get like either less or none of the skins. I had the wrong gun out. My bad. That's all it is. It's a value proposition. So as soon as you see it as what it is, just a discount way to get skins, then if you bring back battle passes or whatever, well, cool. More people get the discount, right? I don't see how people could be salty about that. Bloodhunt did skids hella well. You supported them, and it's fun to play them for now. Yeah, but like, that's the thing. Like, just because a skin is in the battle pass doesn't mean it's not well done. Where's this dude? Where's this dude? See, this is what I mean. Literally just double... Don't do it. Don't do it. There we go. Woo! I wonder if it's a bot, chat. I got down by a bot! I miscounted the bullets and he had 1 HP left. He required 1 more bullet and I got downed by the bot. How embarrassing. Oh, no. No one clip that. No one clip that. Right, where is he? That's not him. Again, I've miscounted bullets by 1. This time I won't reload, though. Oh, there's a bunch of people fighting up here, in fact. That's our dude. We got him. Right. We'll grab a world of Bloodhunts. I can grab some bullets and stuff in a moment. Oh my god. Who are we being shot by now? Oi! Dude! Chill! Where's this dude? Up there somewhere. Oh my god, dude! Fuck, we're dead. So many people here. I don't think I can get out of the zone either. No, it's going too fast. Ah! Balls. There's so many people there. The time exclusive thing, like it being OG, when you got into gaming, was Fortnite and you didn't have a Black Knight. My friends always flexed. Yeah, I think... Did I have Black Knight? Or I think I might have got the one after that. Or like season 1, 2. It was a Warzone? Yeah, really was. I think 1 or 2 of those must have been bots. But some of them were definitely acting not very bot-like. Now you're getting a Grandmaster Ash in the enemy team? I don't know how that works. I know that it goes off current skill, but honestly, like, if you've hit Grandmaster, you should never, ever be facing anything below, like, Diamond, at least, right? Minimum. I don't care if you took, like, a 3-year break to the game. Like, you should... If you were Grandmaster once, your skill level is still going to be vastly above anything else. Anything below Diamond. Even if it takes you a while to get back into it, but like just play some quick play and you're good to go, right? Overwatch esports is one of the hardest. I don't know about hardest. Hardest is very subjective. I don't know whether it'd be harder than something like Valorant esports. I'm just thinking of anything that's like team-based with abilities. Everything is high tier loot. Oh, and we started with 3 random resonances. Let's go. Skin exclusivity can be driven to the extreme, like in CSGO or Black Alistar in League of Legends. Yeah, like anything to do with loot boxes and like, especially any game that requires you to buy a loot box to be able to get a loot box, which can then give you like an ultra mega loot box from it. And then you have a chance to be able to get the thing that you're after. Like anything that's like that, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Let people buy the thing they want to buy because they want to buy it. right? If you don't want to sell it, don't sell it. But anytime anything has limited time availability, it's to try and get you to buy it now. That is it. Just don't fall for it. See it for what it is. A trick to get you to buy. Double-barreled shotgun and slam? Hello? This could be very interesting. Wait, what are you doing? Hello? Oh, being revealed? What? Yeah, double-barrel shotgun still works. I don't think he had armor, to be fair. Wait, maybe he did. Maybe he did have armor. Who's in my shop? Who's in my shop? How is no one in my shop? The fuck? Oh, no, I know. One of the things that happens, and I haven't ever, like, really tested this, but I'm pretty sure this is how it works, is whenever bots get within a certain radius of some kind of shop, it automatically opens the doors. Because I don't think they programmed the bots to open doors. But I think, like, someone walking nearby on the outside has procced that door to open. Only I get the sound cue because the door opened. Right, we need to go find some people, huh? Extra lives over here. Oh, is double jump a thing? It's not, is it? We got better cooldowns, though. Oh, this is the guy who died to my double pump. I kind of fucked up there, but it's fine. It worked out right. I feel like in Overwatch, you have to hit consistent good shots. In Valorant or CS, at max, you're doing 5 recoil sprays. Yeah, but then the recoil is vastly different. It is vastly different between the different games. Black Alistar or Alistar is a skin in League of Legends, which you only gain by buying a physical copy of League of Legends in 2009. No, I feel like that's fair. I feel that's fair. Because, like, devs don't have to do physical copies, right? Bitch. Wave your stick in my face. Damn. Hi, Mason. Skin's not even a recolor, but it's worth several $1,000s. Who made it worth several $1,000s, though? The players made it several $1,000s by, you know, selling it and buying it. Don't buy a skin that's at several $1,000s and suddenly it's not worth several $1,000s anymore. Where did this motherfucker go? I thought I saw someone, like, here. Oh, it might have been a human, actually. Okay. I think we're safe for a moment. The rarity. Yeah, but I mean, like, don't spend 3,000 quid on a skin. I feel like that's a really easy problem to solve. Like, had it just been... I mean, even selling skins in, like, the shop, right? I don't feel like devs have to bring things back. I feel like it's nice if they do. Nice, we got purple AK now. This pump is kind of nice, though. Right, sorry, dude. How did you get out of that? How did you get out of my slam? Bro has, like, literally the matrix codes. Damn. But yeah, like, this is the same with, just genuine prices of skins. If you guys are unhappy with the price of skins, do not purchase them. Under any circumstances. If you feel like 20 euros is too much for a skin, then do not buy 20 euro skins. When everyone, or enough people, stops buying 20 euro skins, they will be forced to drop the price. Because if they don't drop the price, well, they don't make any money because no one is buying it. Right? I feel like the whole monetization thing is pretty easy. But people prefer to get mad on Twitter and stuff. People scoffed at crypto games. Little did we realize we've been playing NFT games this whole time. Yeah, that's what I mean. But you were only playing it because, like, you want to collect a bunch of NFTs. This is why, like, I'll look at people who collect, let's just say Mercy skins, right? I'm going to use Mercy as an example, but it's the same with any hero. I look at people who collect skins in Overwatch with pity. Like, you guys really feel the need to buy every cosmetic. I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm fucked. Oh, no. No, she isn't fat. What? Damn. Can you resell skins in Overwatch? No. But why would you be able to resell them? I mean, like, you could sell your account which has skins on, I guess. If we really want to look at it in a technical standpoint. Technically, yes. But no, in reality, no, you can't. Who are you? I kind of want an extra life, though. We're gonna have to go to the park. Cheater? No, that wasn't cheater. That was just someone with aim. Or they may also be cheating. But that very specific death was not due to cheating. I just got third-partied by someone who can play the game. That's all. Hey, Patch, how you doing? Ah, my God. Where'd he go? There's a bot. Please don't die to the bot. Wow, my aim is off. Reload. We're bloodhunted, so we need to be really careful. Go for that. And we'll grab their Tommy gun. Right. Just chill out just for a moment. Just for a moment. We have our extra life back. If we get this purple, then we will be maxed out. Oh, I saw a red dot ahead. Want Saboteur one game? We just played a bunch of Saboteur. I could do, though. We can do. I enjoy Saboteur. Is that the person? I can't see what I'm shooting. Yeah, no, they're not cheating. They're not cheating. They're missing way too many shots for cheating. So got soft spot for the game in my heart, nostalgia-wise. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a fun game. It's just like, it needs more polishing. And then more content over time. But then, obviously, content comes with development time costs. Sup? You're looking mighty delicious. Right, yeah, so the people are still, like, immediately here. I don't have any armor or anything, but we have an AK and a dream. There's that. What are the odds we can get, like, some of our shit back? My thing has been switched back to burst as well. Reload that. Okay, right. Where are these guys? One of them's up there. There's a lot going on. I think I've got another dude climbing to my left as well, so may end up getting third-partied here. The hell? The fuck did that dude go? He just bailed. Mine! That's the other dude. Oh, I got diab. Okay. Take it easy for a sec. This is the dude we need to be focusing on. These other guys are all accessory, but I almost want to trigger a third party here. Oh, look at the bot just standing there. That's fine. My shit was on cooldown anyway. Ah, I pressed E! Why did it not go off? Oh, dear. This is just what it looks like, by the way, when you play against someone who has not stopped playing the game. This is just someone who is not out of practice. This is not someone who is unbeatable. This is not someone who's cheating. This is just a good player who is not out of practice. I was decent at one point. I'm very much so out of practice, however. I wonder if I stand here. Hang on, what are you doing? Wow, my aim. My aim. I killed another human! I seem to be good at that today. Wait, did I kill them? Did I down them? Ah, dude, no. No, it's my kill. Oh, I fucked that up. Yeah, I'm dead again. We are very much dead. Like, we are revealed in all sorts. Oh, dear. Oh, we have, like, no ammo. This is bad. Chat, this is very bad. Someone's trying to snipe me from over here as well. I need to, like, just bail out of this area. Grab some ammo. Oh, it's a saboteur just sat up there. Bro! I have no heals. I have nothing. Oh, dear. Yeah, no, like, I have zero ammo. Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. A sniper. I guess we're going to sniper SMG. Blue, green SMG, not ideal, not gonna lie. Oh, missed. I bet. That's a storm. That's a storm. Oh! Guys got schmoves! Oh, I'll take all of your shit. Please. Did we get it all? We got most of the important stuff. Right, they probably respawned though. Annoyingly. Right, let's grab one of these. Bro's laying down the suppressive fire. Trying. I don't know if it's working. No. I don't want to fight yet. Wait, why can I not use my... Why is my ability bugged? Hello? Dude, I couldn't use my E! This is the kind of shit that gets to me. And this is the kind of shit that always needed more polishing. The game is just filled with fucking bugs like that. But the problem is, like, the lower skill players don't even realize that that's an issue. Was I silenced? I didn't realize I'd been hit by silence, though. And then why did it come up with the first part, like my targeting aspects? Hang on. Well, we'll see if I can look back on the stream. We can get like an instant replay. Dash, yeah, I know what dash silence is. I didn't realize I'd been hit by the dash. You still have to be hit by the dash for it to actually silence you. Oh, got played! Damn, beaten by the level 35. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Enforcer, but I'm not a fan of Enforcer for like the same reason why everyone hates Sombra in Overwatch. You're just taking... You're taking away the possibility to be able to use any of your abilities. And even if that's for a very short amount of time, it's just inherently like a very horrible thing. Right, hang on. Shush me. Where do I want to be? It's about here, isn't it? This is what's just happened. So I jumped up there. Look, I'm sat here. I have my cooldown available, right? Ah, okay. Yep. I see what happened. It's because... Can we get this in slow motion? I don't know if we can. Speed, we can. Quarter speed. Right. So I knew that that person kind of had the upper hand going into this fight. This is why, like, I wanted to try and heal up, refocus, and then potentially be able to take the fight. As soon as I see them coming up, they can hear me armor plating, which means I knew they were going to push. I was just trying to get this off. I was being cocky, really. Already realized at this point that, like, it was a little bit too late. So I tried jumping up. The plan was jump up onto the wall, backpedal, like do a back jump, and then slam back down because I knew they were going to come up and over. So here, this is where I'm already trying to get the slam down, but like my back jump hasn't worked properly. So I've already been off put. I'm trying to get the slam in. And you see, like, I'd already been pressing it. But because the slam targeting can be a little bit buggy at times, it doesn't always just go off when you press it, and sometimes you have to smash it. And at this point, yeah. At that point, I was just trying to figure out why it wouldn't work. So I paid more attention to the targeting of my slam. But you see how, like, I've still got the targeting thing there. That was confusing me as well. And at that point, yeah, like, I'm just fucked. I'm 100 health, no abilities, and, like, they know where I am. Just didn't play it well enough, that's all. Right. And queue up again. I'll tell you what. Let me grab a drink, actually. I'm getting thirsty, and it's hot over here. Guys, grab something to drink. Hydrate yourself. I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, I'm back. It is getting warm. Like, it's 27 degrees out in the hallway, and it feels cooler in the hallway than it does in here. So it's probably like 30 degrees in here. Like, noticeably cooler, which is not amazing. I'm gonna have to fucking bust out the AC soon. The problem is, with the AC, I want to try and get a better situation, because on my left here, I've got like some big double doors that go out to my little balcony. Problem is, the way normally I have to set my AC up, because it's like a portable thing, it's not something that's like bolted to the wall. I have to open one of the doors and just like pop the pipe out, but then like that still leaves this much of a door open, like all the way up and across the top, which just lets more warm air in, which doesn't help. So I need to get like some I forget what it's called, like polycarbonate or something, like some sheets. It's basically just plastic sheets. And what I want to try and do is make it so it's the size of one of the doors, and then just cut like a little circle in it, and then I could pop the pipe through there, and then that acts as like it acts as a door basically until, or just while I'm using the AC. But I had to look at the prices of the blade sheets, and they're like really expensive. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, like it's stupid expensive. We go for these ones. What size is this? 90 centimeters by 4 meters. That'd probably do. Yeah, it's like 100 quid just for like a plastic sheet, which, you know, kind of sucks. But I might have to, because, you know, some are hot. Go Saboteur? Yeah, we can do a game of Saboteur. I do tend to vary up a little bit. I mean, like, we might have to, especially if we got other people who know how to play in this. And then we could just chill with all our bombs in a corner and hide. No, at least it puts a little bit of pressure on them, you know, to actually do something. The thing is, like, Vandal just has so much more movement. So much more movement. Same with Scholar compared to Saboteur. But you kind of have to play around your bombs. You don't get a choice. Like, it's a nice change of pace. It's a different playstyle. But quite honestly, it can be limiting at some points. You have to rely much more on like your actual in-game movement, like wall jumps, positioning, bits and pieces, which, you know, I'm a little bit out of practice with. Right. Let's try and walk you through a game with Saboteur. I got a speed boost straight off just to be able to get weapons much quicker. That's actually a decent loadout. Place a bomb here. People never look up for some reason, even in a vertical base game. We're going to try and be greedy here and just grab... Where are you? Where are you? They buggered off, didn't they? Bastards. I don't have any heals. This is how you tell you're getting stream sniped, by the way. Is that them? Oh no, we missed. I missed again. I missed again. Okay. Maybe I'm just trash. I'll take it back. Now, let's go get heals. Let's go get heals because I'm gonna die otherwise. Ah, the double jump. I need these heals. I'm not about to heal up on my own. Quick! Are we gonna be confined to this tiny little room? I hope not. We might be, though. Yeah, I think they're literally just outside. I think they're trying to peek in. Get a third-person perspective where I am. Which is not helpful. Who's on the roof, though? Is that them? Are they looking through windows, maybe? Motherfuckers. This is not the same person. Where did they go? Did they... Oh, I think they dropped way down. The fuck? Okay, my aim... Bad. My aim bad. We got 1 shot out of 6. Okay, you're dying to entity. Please stop. Where was this other dude gone then? Very suspicious. That's another bot. Oh my god. My aim is just off today, chat. I'm not hitting any of my shots. Use another syringe. We could do, but I'm trying to save it for moments like these. The problem is, like, I was potentially being pushed. And when you're being pushed, like, sat there using all of your resources, not a good idea. The other issue is, like, when you're facing bots, like, 90% of the time, when you get that one person who can shoot, it catches you off guard. Whereas if you're playing against people who can, you know, kind of play the video game, then it's just like another fight, right? No, you're not getting away. We'll take your bat though, please. I need to get a different weapon other than this sniper rifle. I'm not hitting any of my shots with it. Oh, well, let's do this. Okay, fair. I see someone. Yeah, I think they buggered off. I think they saw there weren't enough people here to farm. That kind of player is looking for lots of fighting, not like to spend 10 minutes on one player. Probably what happens. Very convenient that they happen to spawn right next to me, though, I will say. We've got a couple things going on here. You're floating. You shouldn't be floating. What do you mean? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. I hit a shot. It was technically a hit shot. Okay? It counts. Just had the longest boss fight. Okay, speaking of Path of Exile 2, something completely unrelated to Path of Exile 2. What other games do you guys play? What other games do you play? I try and get a bunch of channels in our Discord server for, like, some of the more popular games that are played. But then, I don't know if we need more channels or not. I don't mind adding channels. Like, my one criteria is, like, if we're having channels, I want people to be using them. Otherwise, like, they're kind of just, like, wasted space, right? Oh, someone's, like, literally down here. Where? Okay. Yeah, we hit them for 240. Waiting for Mecha Break. What kind of game is that? I haven't heard of that before. Mostly awaiting games. Gotcha. How many here are interested in Exoborn? Specifically. Because of, obviously, Shockmob being the devs. Oh, what is going on here? I've got a lot of stuff going off in the park, but I don't want to get third-partied by this guy just up here. Oh, excuse me, sir. Yeah, we bail. At this point, we bail. Dear God, man! Oh no, we're fucked. We have like 60 health. I did not mean to fall down like this. Don't do it! Finish my kill! Ah! I'm just gonna pop their head. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Fair. Wait, it's a different person. Immediately third-partied. This is what you get for waiting. Like, they could have just shot me and killed me. There was no real reason to wait. What do you mean? I shot them. That's one of the mechanics that I hate. Like, if you shoot a bullet and everyone starts running away and they're no longer looking at you, there is no reason for you to get blood hunted for then eating someone, right? There's no reason. Like, they weren't looking at me anymore. Oh. Oh, I can't see into this zone. Bro! Arc Raiders rematch. Haven't heard of that. Two people now. Is that what the sequel's called? An Exoborn. Fair. Gundam designers helped on that game. Oh, what? Sorry. Oh, a mecha break. Hero shooter mechs with extraction mode. Is anyone making something similar to The Division, but specifically the survival mode? Is anyone doing that? Oh, dude, I just... Yeah, no, I'm fucked. Yeah. I don't get to spawn far enough away. Delta Force was the last game you played heavily. Fair enough. Just found out about Super People this morning. Very recent news. Okay. Oh, is it coming out on June 18th? Nice. Yeah, there you go. Level 458. This is someone who has not really stopped playing the game. I haven't played Gundam before. I know Phaser has played Gundam. I think. Or am I getting confused because Overwatch did a Gundam thing? A Gundam collab. Brute's another really aggressive W key character. Ah, I got screwed by Vandal. There's a gas neutralizer and some heals. This dude is not getting out. I don't even know if he's buying himself time. Be no point. This is just like the battle royale aspect, though. The fact that, you know, a level 458 player is getting killed by some random dude at level 50. It's just like the whole third party aspect, right? Anything can happen a lot of the time. The problem is, like, when you start getting into lobbies where you only have the equivalent of that 458, level 458 player, when you get into lobbies like that, it's not fun anymore. Or not for me, at least. And that's what effectively Call of Duty were doing with Warzone. Like, you would only be in lobbies with people with like an average KD of 2 or above. It was fucking horrible. It was so sweaty all of the time. Like, you couldn't W key. You couldn't play the game like a fun little battle royale anymore. You had to sweat every single move. Just going from, you know, a rock to a house, you'd be sweating your life. Trying to stick to every tree in case you start getting shot because the TTK is so short. It was horrible. Oh, let's just play out because this guy's got 15 kills. Doing pretty well. Oh, like, if it's ranked, ranked is different. If you're going into ranked, you are looking for a ranked experience. If you happen to be a really high rank, then you should be going against other people of the same rank. If that's a high rank, then you go up against other people who are high ranked. But the whole point is, if you're going into ranked, you're looking for that competitive experience. If you're looking for a casual experience, something where you can try out different weapons, something that's maybe not the meta. If you want to try out different characters, different playstyles, maybe even explore the map a little bit as you go around and play. Like, you need something that's not ranked. I honestly feel like games need pre-modes at minimum. PvP games. Online PvP games need pre-modes at minimum. A single player mode. That can be solos. That can be Bloodhunt respawns like this game has. It can be anything that allows a single player to have a balanced and good experience in the game. So, for example, if you're limiting your main mode to trios, give something for the solo player. They also need a team mode. Multiplayer, online multiplayer shooters are fun with friends. Having multiple people on your team and playing is cool. It's fun. That can be duos, trios, quads, doesn't really matter, just depends on whatever game balance works best for you, but having something that has multiple people on the same team. They also need a ranked experience. So, four things. Solos, groups, ranked, casual. That doesn't mean they need 4 modes, They need 4 things: a casual experience, a solo experience, a team experience, and a ranked or competitive experience. If you have those 4 things, then you're good. The problem with a lot of games is they end up putting the ranked matchmaking into their casual mode, and it makes it not fun. Because you either end up sweating all the time, or you're just farming noobs all the time, which neither is fun. You want a bit of a mix. You want a bit of a mix. Honestly, I feel like I'm getting a bit of a mix today with Bloodhunt. Like, we've been getting absolutely railed by some pretty good players, but we've also been just two-tapping people who have no idea what a two-tap is. Hard to figure out matchmaking with games. Rivals matchmaking was atrocious. Yeah, matchmaking, it's a very complex and nuanced subject. Very much so. No. He's about to your right, to your right, to your right, to your right. Literally just there. This is the importance of audio in this game. I knew exactly where that dude was before, like, he'd even finished vanishing. You know? I don't know whether this person has got worse headset, lower volume, maybe just didn't pick up on it. But the advantages you have, and it's not because I'm using, like, IEMs, like, just a headset will do it. Hard game devs that remove skill-based matchmaking in casuals tend to see drop in players. That's why they keep it despite in pushback. So I don't think skill-based matchmaking should be completely removed. It needs to be used tastefully. To the point where brand new players, very low skill players, are not encountering people like Shroud. Okay, that should never happen. I don't care what game mode you are playing. Unless you have physically queued with that person, then that should never happen. The problem is then when you come into group modes, if you queue as a low skill player with a high skill player and you go into a match, well, the matchmaking might say, oh, we've got a low and a high skill player. Here's another team that has a low and a high skill player, but that high skill player happens to be Shroud, right? But that kind of shit can happen. For solos, at least, I don't think it should ever happen. Shroud being his own queue? Well, yeah. I mean, like, maybe not his own queue, but, like, he's going to be going up against other people who are really good at video games. But even people who are really good at video games, like, I was very good at Warzone at one point. Like, I had over a 2 KD. But even then, there were times where I just wanted to chill. I didn't want to have to sweat. Sure, I could sweat, I could play, I could win games, but it wasn't the gameplay that I enjoyed. I wanted to just chill. I wanted to try some different weapons, some different attachments, some bits and pieces. So I needed a casual experience, but there was no casual option. That didn't exist. Right? That just wasn't a thing. Because the only thing they had was the regular mode. And the regular mode had such a strict skill-based matchmaking, which is what everyone hates. It's not skill-based matchmaking, it's strict skill-based matchmaking. There is a difference. And yeah, it just makes it so that you have to play your life with every single encounter, which is not how I feel, personally, Battle Royale should be played out. Like, you should feel like in the early stages of the Battle Royale game, you can kind of run around like I'm doing now, not really necessarily paying attention too much. Just like kind of chilling, getting some loot, maybe get into a fight or two. Fights are unlikely to be high skilled, and the more you play, the more likely you are to come across, you know, the handful of really good players in that particular lobby, right? Bloodhunt doesn't do a bad job of this. Quite honestly, does not do a bad job of it. Especially like with how the audio is done in this. Especially like with the whole scan system. Like I can pinpoint shots from even further away. Oh, are we gonna nail this dude? We have one syringe. It's not ideal. Oh, really? It's a bot. Fine. That is absolutely fine. We can do that. That guy got greedy. That guy died because he wanted to get his finish more than he wanted to live. Don't do that. Don't be that dude. Live, then finish kill. Just be aware that if you have chosen to live rather than finishing your kill, you might have someone who's getting up in a moment. And if you're not quick, that person could turn into a third party. So you might have to fight more than one person. Just be aware of that. Isn't it 1 KD streaks? I'm not sure like exactly how it works in different games, but I know that when you restrict how tight of a skill group you make, the tighter the skill group, technically the more balanced the match will be, right? Because let's just give an example. If I have 2 KD and I only go up against other people who have 2 KDs, then in theory, that's going to be a super balanced match, right? The thing is, you don't get a 2 KD by fighting people who have a 2 KD. You get a 2 KD by fighting a bunch of other people, and in the midst, some people who have 2 KD. This is why, for example, if you were to take the Call of Duty League, the esports variant, and you were to look at the KDs of the players in esports, their KDs are not like consistently high, even though they are part of like some of the best players in the world, right? That's why they're in the esports. That's why they're in these competitive matches. But what did I get an assist from? Must have been back there somewhere. But you know what I mean? Like if I'm facing Shroud all the time, my KD is not going to be the same as like if I'm playing against random people. It just doesn't work like that. So while in theory, yes, it's going to be more balanced, some of those people, statistically, who have a 2 KD, are not going to be as good as others. So you would obviously have to be looking at a bunch of different factors, all matched up together, to be able to try and to determine what skill level someone is, to try and make it as balanced as possible. That makes sense. Like my KD, once I got to like a 2 KD in Warzone, my KD plummeted. It really did. Because I was going up against people with 2 KD all the time. Run the other way, please. Thank you. Yum, 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 yum. Switch to melee to finish your kills so you heal if you come under fire. That is a good way to help prevent that kind of thing. But like, honestly, if you see a dude land in front of the dude who you just killed, like, you're probably better off either trying to melee that player, the new player, or just shooting them and getting out or doing something rather than just trying to finish your kill. Your kill means nothing if you die afterwards, right? Dude's got aim. No, you motherfucker, you stole my fucking kill. Damn you. Yeah, I could go in and try and finish the dude off, but that's not in my interest. One, because it's not my kill. But two, because if I do that, I'll just get shot in the back by player number 3. But even if that was my kill, I'd be either trying to shoot him from up here or being wary about how I do it. Ah, touche. Is this the same player? I feel like he got up really quick. Wait, who was down here then? That must have been the dude. Okay, that must have been the dude. Okay, I'm just like acclimatized to Duo's respawn timers, that's all. Maybe assist from one of the sewer bombs you left? It must have been. It must have been. I think it popped at the same time as I was fighting the dude in the library. I didn't necessarily notice the initial hit marker of it blowing up. I heard some steps to my left. We do have enemies way up there, though. We can go push. Right, let's go have a look. This zone's likely to go that way anyway. Oh. We could have a look on our left. Oh yeah, there's someone down here. Where are they? Hello! There we go. Got him! Yeah, just be aware, like, every time a human goes, ah! And starts running away. Oh, you had the finger of glory? Okay. Will make sense. Every time a human says, ah, and runs away, like, you leave this little red blip on the map. Just for a split second. But if someone's nearby, they just pick up on you. I also heard some footsteps, but, like, I wasn't sure. And when I saw the red blip, I knew it wasn't me. Oh, it's gonna double jump now? Oh, that's unfortunate. To our left. Chat, is this a bot? Is this a bot? Is it a bot? No one knows. That's why BRs were so fun, I think, early on. Didn't do skill-based matchmaking. It's not so much that. It's strict skill-based matchmaking. That's the issue. I don't want to go against someone who's got like a 0.2 KD. That's not in my interest. I'm going to shit on them like I'm shitting on these bots. It's not going to feel like a challenge. It's just an annoyance. It's just another step in the process of playing the game. It's not fun. I don't want to do that. The 0.2 KD players don't want me to do that. Woo! Good slam. Let me get this off. See, I got a little bit of health there, just in case. I wanted to be wary of a potential third party coming in. And at least that way, if I did start getting shot at while I was diablerizing, then I had a little bit more health. Little bit left over. Great bomb throw, direct hit. It might have been me shot it as well, to be fair. You could shoot your own bobs in the air. Okay, I can't. So someone with better aim can. Oh, hello. You all downstairs. I definitely felt like I was being shot by multiple angles there. Oh yeah, I think they're above. Okay, my aim today is just not on point. Please, sir, don't shoot me. Oh. Got one. Oh, one down there, though. Okay, let's heal up. Everyone's down below. It's fine. We've got high ground on this. I don't mind if they get the diab there. Oh, they didn't give a diab? Ah, almost. No! Motherfucker. I went for the diab. Damn. Okay, well, we got them. Oh, we have got a ways to go. Our heals are looking pretty good, though, so we should be fine. Just have to be wary for more people spawning. Pinterest just told me your pins plus 1000 aura. Wait, what? Bro is literally farming aura from Pinterest. Damn. But yeah, matchmaking in general is hard. Because, like, you're trying to make it fun for everyone, but, like, it still needs to feel like a bit of a challenge. Because if it's not a challenge, then is it really fun? Oh, hello, person way on top of the roof there. You need to get off of that roof. Right, we're gonna have to start putting bombs out. We have 3 enemies left. We have 1 on top of the tower. I think 2 down below. I don't think anyone's coming in from behind. Worth just double checking though. Oh, you didn't armor up? What? Why? I did not armor up. We're just getting pick damage, which is fine because we don't respawn health in this. 10, 20 at a time. Oh, there you go. Okay, now we're gonna get third-partied. Now, I don't necessarily immediately want to push up here. But I want to get this guy off high ground. If all I do is get him off. What was this red thing? I swear, I think someone's out in the zone. I think someone is out in the zone. That dude is still on the high ground, I think. Getting pushed. Yeah, 2 up there. Where's the 3rd? There are 4 people left. Okay, we got a bomb out there. That's good. We now have high ground for a moment. Not that we can chill out here for long. Should at least help us figure out where people are. There's 1 down there. I need to figure out where the other one is, though. You pushing? You are. Where's player number 3? This is the perfect moment to get third party. And if they haven't, then that means that they have no idea what they're doing. They're hiding. There's a 9 times chance out of 10 that this player is just hiding because they have no idea what to do. There is no way in hell that they would have let that fight happen, being the last 2 players, and not get involved. Oh, it was a bot and they've been down out in the gas. Somewhere. I heard the down. There. There we go. They couldn't figure out how to get up. GG's. How many kills was that? I feel like it was a moderate amount. 12. Not bad. Could be better, could be worse. But you know what I mean? Like, when you get down to that last zone, you kind of need to figure out where everyone is. And if you can figure that out, then you hold most of the cards. Because you know who to push, where to push. And generally, if a fight breaks out, you know which 2, or generally which 2 are fighting. And then from there, from that initial fight, everyone normally tries to third party. It's way easier to shoot at 2 people who are shooting each other rather than trying to take a fight yourself. So much easier. So, like, as soon as I got into that last fight, when there's 3 people left, including yourself, you almost don't want to engage if you just want, like, the upper hand. Because as soon as you do, that third person knows exactly where both people are. You've got gunshots from both sides. Super easy. A lot of the time, what I'll see as well, or especially in Bloodhunt, because you get some people who are very, very bad at Battle Royales. I presumed it was like a human player. I forgot the whole bot thing. But normally you'll get a human player just hiding up in a corner. It'll be a saboteur or something. They're scared. They got all 3 bombs all sat on top of each other, not spread out to get more distance. And they just don't know what they're doing. Which is fine. Like, you live and you learn, right? I've been a few times where the game respawned me deep into the red fog with no way to cross the distance into safety quickly enough. I think I've only had that once or twice. It does yeah, I know it does happen. But I've very rarely had that happen to me. Again, that's just one of these little things, little polishing, quality of life things that would be nice to get finished. But yeah, developers dropped the game. Like, as soon as they dropped the game, it was like over. That was it. The state the game was in that day was basically the state the game was going to be in forever. As soon as they made that announcement. High tier loot at Princess Haven. Ah, someone stole my gun store. I prefer going to gun stores initially. I just find like you end up getting better loot in it like immediately, rather than anywhere else where it's kind of like a little bit random. On 7th level, I like it though. What's that? Oh, do we stick with Saboteur? Yeah, fuck it. Did I change in time? Yes. Dude, my Scholar is mean. We're ready to finish people off through walls. Always know what to expect. Can hop back in whenever. Yeah, there is that. And we've got like our 3rd Melancholic immediately. That's gonna help. That helps a ton with Scholar, just because like the recharge time of your flight is dependent on those stats. Damn. Same again there. Like, you see how I shoot them before I go in and diablerize them? It's small things like that, but that does have a purpose. Point being, if I was to, for whatever reason, start getting shot before I get to finish that dude, then I know that I can finish him by shooting him much quicker than if I was to... Oh, I got him. Bro. The fuck? I hear him. I don't see him. Never mind. I found him. Yeah, like, if I shoot this guy, and then I go over here and finish this guy, if that guy, for whatever reason, if I need to just shoot him to finish him off, let's say I get shot now, I haven't reloaded or anything, couple shots, he's gone, I can move on, and I know that I have that kill. I've guaranteed that finish. I don't have to worry about him getting back up and, you know, backstabbing me. Small things like that, but it can help. Oh, we've got at least one really good player in this. One of the ones that took me out earlier, level 200 and something. They're probably going to be much closer to Disco. Right, where are people though? We want to go shoot some peoples. Where's this pink? Yoink. I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, this is a long time ago, when the Scholar was kind of like new, there was a bug with the melee where like you could cancel the animation of like you starting to move. And when you did that, you would fly with incredible speed. Like, I mean, you could go from one end of the map to the next in, like, moments. It was kind of mad. Really fun. Very broken. Oh, immune. Oi. Assist! Heyo. Who's the assist from? Oh, probably this guy, huh? There you go. Fourth partied. Nice players this match. You think the game's hard? Now, I think most of the people I've come across so far have been bots. Other than this one player. Other than them, I think most of the people were bots. Maybe one of them wasn't? It's hard to tell, like, when people are bad. Because, like, sometimes people are just bad at video games. And somehow found their way into, like, my matchmaking. It happens. Oh, I'm glad you missed that. Motherfucker, that was my snack! Like this guy. 100% a bot. Damn. Well, I need a new snack. Oh, silence SMG? Yes, please. Got some plenty of heals as well for us. Snack. We're gonna have to go to park, likely. Oh, there's one. One over here. Alrighty, you... Wait. There. No, you don't need to bugger off. Uh-oh. We made some noise. Don't know if anyone agrees with me on this one, but I really like Bloodhunt's visuals and style. It fits a vampire game for me. They hit what they're trying to hit, but the visuals aren't necessarily appealing to a vast majority of people. I don't mind them. I do find them a bit dark and gloomy sometimes. I do like to try and get a little bit more color, a little bit more lightness going on. I mean, just like brightness alone, right? I think I run on 75%. 50 being default. It can be a little bit dark and gloomy. Or at least for my liking. Oh, do we go for LMG? I think we're going to need some more long range stuff. Yeah, okay. That's the person we're looking for. There they are. Do it. Where are you going? I got a bad feeling about this. Ah, we tried. Where are they? I just put the katana away. I think they're down bottom. Never mind. Oh, good shots. Very good shots. GG's. I need a more accurate weapon. Hard for a shooter game sometimes. I struggle to differentiate between background and players, but yes, that's definitely one thing I think they could improve on. The actual player visibility. What are you doing? Right, hang on. I want to go get a snack, because otherwise we don't respawn. Motherfuckers! No, forget him. Oh, I got someone. Excuse me, ma'am. It's dangerous out here. Do you just say with my matchmaking? Probably. But I mean, like, in Bloodhunt, there's two matchmakings. There's the above average or the below average. That's like it. If it was talking about Bloodhunt. If we had more players, then totally, we could have more matchmakings. Bro. Oh, they went immune. There's one until level 13 and another one... Oh. Yeah, so... It's just everyone, is it? I thought there was like an above average and a below average. No, sure, there must be some kind of split. There must be some kind of split. Something. That being slowed passive is fucking atrocious. I hate it. Absolutely despise it. If it was, you wouldn't face Maya and Abo. I don't know who Maya and Abo are. Came across your stream says I wanted to see if the game still had people playing since you're downloading it now on Steam. Does it take long to find a match? Not very long, but the matches are supplemented with bots. So if you get people acting a little bit strangely and kind of just like standing on one spot shooting you, they might be really bad, or more likely they might just be a bot. That is a thing. The bots are definitely there to help matchmaking time, so... Oh, I missed that. Oh, you're not dead. I'm dead, though. I might be very dead, in fact. Ah! If you made an ult and play until level 13, you just face everyone. Wait, what? What do you mean you just face everyone? Like everyone who's under level 13? Really? I just respawn. I just respawn. That can't be the same person. No, okay, it's not. That's why. Used to play this when it released on PlayStation. It was such a fun game. Yeah, it's fun. It's got like some bugs and bits and pieces in it. It's just like not incredibly polished. It just needed more dev time, that's all. And unfortunately, plug got pulled. There's before 13 and after 13. Oh, I thought the after 13 was split into two. Literally above average and below average. And if you were around average, you'd bounce between the two. But DPS and cents, I have 1,000 DPI and 4.1 cents. But honestly, like that kind of thing, I'd suggest just finding your own comfortable one. I generally recommend 800 hertz for 800 DPI for 1080p, 1000 for 1440p, and 1200 for 4K, and then just find an in-game sense that is comfortable for you to do a 180 in like one movement. From there, just like try a couple, see what you feel like. Hey Barney, how you doing, dude? At least there's not enough players to have a second one anyway, so maybe if there's enough players, but it's clearly not the case. Woo, non, t'inquiète, je comprends. Yeah, no, I thought that there were two different matchmaking groups, but because I'd seen somewhere, I can't remember where. Here we go, now we've got a fight going on. This is the kind of fight I used to be able to do. Very much out of practice, though. I don't think I'm doing terrible considering I've played like twice in a year. Although I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Oh, behind that bush. Behind that bush, there's a secret tunnel. Absolutely not useful whatsoever for, you know, actually playing. But, you know, it's there. We did a few, not hide and seeks, but like find the treasure sort of game modes in this. And that spot came up once or twice. Really hard to find, but once you found it, you just kind of like know what it looks like. I presume Psychophat and the other one, I presume these are like regular players then. When there's too much people queuing in solos, they obviously get split into two different matches, although unsure if the split is based on who queued first on performance-based measures. I presume at that point, if it's just splitting into different matches, then probably just like who queued first. Because if it was done on skill, you wouldn't be queuing into the same lobbies. You see how long it takes to kill someone who's decent at the game? Like, when you get two people who are good at the game, the fights can go on for like 2 minutes plus. Right? Wait. No, the teabagging. Hang on. Guys, we're meant to be on the same team. Oh, okay, they're gonna renew the fight. Fair. This kind of practice is pretty common, but because the game has a lower player base, right? Because getting fights like these are fun, but rare. So when they happen, like, you generally... Like, someone else won, right? The opposing person won, but, like, they agree to go again. Because it's more fun having this fight a couple times and losing the match, rather than, you know, just winning and queuing into the next one. So I totally understand this. This is what a ranked game mode would fix if there was enough players. Unfortunately, there's not. Ouais, quand c'est mi-partie, ouais, c'est un peu limite. Yeah, when this kind of thing happens mid-game, and you know you've downed your friend, and you let them live, and you go on, that's kind of, you know... That's not quite as gentlemanly as this kind of thing. These are the last two players, so it doesn't matter what happens. Long ending? Yeah, no, I like these. These are great. I'm not currently good enough to be able to do this kind of thing. I just get, like, owned 4 or 5 times until the person gives up or a suicide. At the moment, it's one all. Both people have won. So I guess best of 3? Now, there you go. Wait, are they going again? Ouais, je me souviens, il y a eu tout un truc avec plein de joueurs qui faisaient ça. Ils étaient tous en Discord en même temps. There was at one point, you had a bunch of people all queuing together, all at the same time, to try and get into each other's match. But like, they were all in the same Discord call. Why? Mm-hmm. And the problem was, like, they'd get into a match and, like, they'd down someone and it'd be like, oh no, it's me, it's me, it's me. And then they'd leave them and go on. So, like, of course, the endings of those matches were obviously going to be between them, which, you know, it's not very fair. But when it's down to, like, the last 2 people like that, like, it's absolutely no harm. Like, both people are in it. Both people are consenting, right? But when you're still playing the game, just, like, play the game and move on. Get the kill, move on. Like, if you really want to do shit like that... I mean, this is where, like, private game, custom games would be nice. Well, saying that, when is the next Bloodhunt event? Community events. What do we have going on? What is this? Bloodhunt the 13th. Fire axe and katana kills only. Friday, June 13th. Wait, what date is it? It is Friday the 13th. Hang on. How do we participate in this? Send in pre-matches where only the fire axe and or katana were used. Pre-random winners will have their pick out of 7 prizes. Oh, pre-random? Wait, what do you mean pre-random winners? Oh, okay, so it's not about... Okay. It's not about getting the most kills. It's about participating in it and then sending in proof that you've played. I gotcha. I'm less interested in stuff like that. That's not nearly as interesting to me as something like... one where you have to get a number of kills. Or actually, like, actively participate in something. Yeah, let's go for this. Right, what do we have nearby? We've got some people shooting. We've got a bunch going on, in fact. Ah, that's not where I'm meant to go. I wonder if this one was a bot, chat. Who's that behind? Oh, don't walk into that, you stupid human! Ah! Whoop. Fuck. I fucked up. Who's this dude? Who are you? Wait, that's not the dude who got me. No, I'm the bot's kill. I think? I don't know. I don't know who got me. The event could be fun. I mean, sure. You have to remember, like, I've got 1,100 hours or something in this game, so, like, what might be perceived as fun for a new player, or someone who maybe hasn't done stuff like this, it kind of just feels like same old to me. Like, I've done a bunch of challenges. I've done videos about doing challenges of, like, you know, using certain weapons only, doing melee-only matches, right? That's effectively what it is. It's a melee-only match. Just, like, with only using specific weapons. So stuff like that it's not new for me. Let's go for the bats. This is random, is yeah. I think that the problem is, okay, so here's the thing. Going back to what we were saying earlier about how Bloodhunt is taking Vampire the Masquerade, which is a single-player role-playing game, and a battle royale, which is a like fast-paced multiplayer online shooter environment. It's taken both of those worlds, which are vastly different, and it has managed to, you know, squash both of them into the same world. Like there, why would my jump push me downwards? Game, please, hello? The fact that it's managed to do those at the same time is already, like, amazing. So that's a difficulty in itself. But then when you start taking into account, okay, we want to do an event for the game. We want everyone to be able to participate. Oh, suddenly all the really good Battle Royale players are really good at doing this. They're really good at getting kills. And because of the lack of skill-based matchmaking, because we don't have enough players, it means that basically everyone's fighting the same fight. Only if you put me up against, like, some brand new players who've only played RPG games before, well, of course I'm going to shit on them. That's not necessarily fun for me. It's certainly not necessarily fun for them. But if you then make a competition out of who between me and the RPG player can get more kills, well, obviously I'm going to win. Duh. Like, it's not really a competition at that point. So obviously the people who aren't that good don't end up participating. So I understand the sentiment behind trying to make more accessible challenges. It is not an easy thing to do. They're trying to work with very minimal player base and a mixed bag of different skill levels. So yeah, it's difficult. It really is. I appreciate that. I've tried running a couple of events myself. Not necessarily Bloodhunt related, but just running events in its own is its own, you know, problem. Really about skill than just playtime. Someone 10 hours in the game, play better than someone with 2 hours. Oh, absolutely, 100%. But then, like, what you don't see is the player with 10 hours in Bloodhunt also has 3,000 hours in Warzone, has 2,000 hours in Apex, and, like, 1,000 hours in PUBG behind it. You know? That's what you don't see. Sorry, I third-partied the fuck out of that. I feel bad. I don't know where your kill is, if you got it or not, but... Oh. Someone is still alive. That dude's got up. Means there's a kill up for grabs. Got him. I still think there's someone left. Oh, is it the dude who got downed? Probably. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll finish him. We don't care. But yeah, like I've already got a bunch of hours in other shooter games. I've got hours in Hyperscape, which is probably the next closest thing to this game, or at least modern-wise. Got him. But crossbow is an interesting choice with Vandal. It is not the best. But then again, I don't really have an incredible amount of choice of weapons. Speaking of which, hang on. Rip Hyperscape, dude, I miss that game so much. It was one of the only games that I've ever played where I played it. I sucked at it so much. I would get like 4 or 5, maybe 6 kills in a match. I'd have a fucking blast doing it because all I'd do is W key. Like, the game allowed you to W key. It wasn't the best, you know, strategy, but it allowed you to. Don't you be running away. Can you go back down? I think a dude's trying to go back for his loot. Bro. Don't. Are they one of the games you've gotten shit on early on and been like, I want to get good at this so bad? Yeah. Like, I mean, like, honestly, if I sat back and didn't W key nearly as much, I'd win more matches, but like, at what cost? I'm fucked. Yeah, no, I'm fucked so bad. I'm dead. I got nothing. Yeah. I got caught at a bad time. That's unfortunate. Not Blixer. Does that ring a bell? I feel like I recognize that vaguely. Are there no extra lives here? Bruh. Improving is better at winning. Yeah, so this was the thing with Hyperscape. Again, as I say, I was shit. I was not very good at the game. But... Run. There we go. But, because I don't think it had skill-based matchmaking. I can't confirm that, but I don't believe it did. So, I could physically feel myself getting better and better at the game because I would get more and more kills each time. Sure, the games would still be short. And, like, the amount of kills would go from, like, 4 to 6, right? I was not an amazing player, but I could feel myself getting better. And it felt good. The annoying thing, the horrible thing about not Bloodhunt, about Hyperscape was my first match that I won was after the game had died, and I won in trios where there were only pre-teams. There were only pre-teams. Motherfucker! Good dodge! I hate you, but good dodge. Okay. I don't have any armor. Got his eye on me. I need to be careful because if I try and use my slam before they've used their freaking thing. Nah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Ah! If they use their dash, then I could get slam in and they can't really counter it. But if I try and do it beforehand, then they have a way to get out of it, which is annoying. Hate the term dead game, don't you? It's not an accurate representation. The term dead game, I don't mind, but the way people use it for games that are fine, that I dislike. That I dislike more than the actual term itself. Like, Bloodhunt for me is a dead game. Reason being, it has barely enough players to, you know, sustain matchmaking. And it's not receiving any updates. And like everything has kind of been dialed back to the point where it's very much in like maintenance mode. Chat, I don't think we're going to get an extra life. So I would use dead game, the term dead game for this, even though technically it's not. It's not a dead game because, well, you're watching me play it right now. I don't have to push this. Why am I pushing? I have a singular armor. Oh. Hey, yo. Hang on, dude. Fuck is sniping me from behind? Bro! Not cool. No, I need to get out here. I've got 0 heals. I have nothing. We are not winning this match. I'm telling you that for now. Oh dear. I don't even know if we can find any either. There was a police truck around here somewhere, but I think that's probably been looted at this point. Yeah, there you go. That's been looted. Damn. Don't have any keys. Where could we get some stuff? Are you on the crane? Of course you would be. Why was my... Okay. I might be fucked here. There's a lot of people for my liking. We have 1 syringe. Oh, yeah, no, we're fucked. Ah! Oh, dear. What are you doing? Wait, why did he go invisible? Oh! Does he have Hand of Glory? This, honestly, needs to be removed from the game. I mean, like, I know they won't, but making someone invisible with 0 downsides, I dislike that. Every time a game has invisibility or anything of the sorts, it always comes with some drawback. Saboteur, for example, can go invisible, but has to be crouched and therefore can't really move, right? The Hand of Glory, all it does is make it so half of the time, you're invisible. Right? But what is the downside? What is the downside to Hand of Glory? What is it? What is the thing keeping it in check? Keeping it in balance? There is none. I feel like I recognize this name. Cindy, do you recognize this name? Rouge jump is not instant death against any good aimer, unfortunately. Oh, is instant. Yeah. Yeah, if they can track you, they're good. Whenever I get a hand, it's a win. It's a free first shot in every fight. I mean, even if it's not free first shot, even if, you know, you use it slightly differently, like, it's still being invisible half of the time. Is he not the coach? There was a coach or something who used to play this a lot. He's a friend. I recognize the name from somewhere. I mean, like, it's been a long time, right? It's been a very long time. Thanks for the look, Amy. When it comes to gaming or anything else in life, it doesn't matter what your level is. What really matters, though, is improvement. That's why there's no shame in being bad at a game. Like, honestly, do your thing. Yeah. It's the same with, like, I'm trying to get into, not bodybuilding. I'm trying to get fitter. I want to build a little bit of muscle. The main aim is just be in better shape and maintain being in a better shape for as long as physically possible, right? But I'm not trying to get, like, absolutely jacked. But here's the thing, like, I'm starting this whole, you know, workout progress thing at this point. But some people start way more jacked. Some people start it, you know, like, double my weight and triple my body fat, you know? It doesn't matter where you start on that line. It's about moving towards a similar goal. And often that goal can just be, you know, get slightly better in shape, right? GG's, Blazer. Dude, I am very rusty at this game. Very rusty. Get to Eddie Hall size at least. At least, Amy. That's just like step 1. Right? What he's doing in competitions, I'm going to be doing on Mondays. Right? So true for working out. Some genetics are insane. Yeah, genetics obviously have a huge play in that. To the point where you can be one of these people who just eats whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter what you eat. If you do any kind of physical activity, even a small amount, like you generally are in good shape. You generally are more muscular than the average. And some people is the complete opposite. It doesn't matter what they diet on. It doesn't matter how many miles they walk. It doesn't matter how much weight they lift. Like they still look like an American. Right? And it's unfortunate. Like some people are just born with like a downside. Hey. Fingers crossed you guys have better genetics than I do. I look like a fucking stick. That's what I look like. I'm just trying to fill that stick out with a little bit more muscle. That's all. Chat, should we raid out? I'm gonna go take a bit of a break, and then I'm gonna go shoot off and play some more video games before I go out this evening. I'll probably be chilling out in Discord in a bit. I'm gonna take a short break. Oh, I might jump on some Overwatch. I'm trying to get good at Overwatch again. Like, I haven't really been playing it. I've been playing a lot of solo games more recently. And yeah, it's kind of screwed up my aim. I'll probably be playing a little bit of that. If anyone wants to join me, by all means, like hop into the Discord. I think I have a button for that. There we go. Join the Discord. Get involved. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out today. It's been a lot of fun. I'll definitely try and get a few more Bloodhunt streams in. Probably won't be the most frequent thing because, you know, it's not my favorite game right now, but yeah, I'll try and at least get like in once a month, once every couple of weeks, something like that. If I don't see you, oh no, I'll be back on Sunday. Hop in on Sunday stream, Sunday morning. I'll be streaming something. Do it. Do that. Guys, I'll catch you later. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.